I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to The Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Canelo, are you ready?
¿Está preparado?
I was born ready.
Considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world today. 4-division, 5-time world champion.
Oh, look at this guy.
He is now boxing's first ever undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
You know my level. And you will see. Because I'm gonna fuck out everybody.
You know, I mean, I would love to fight Canelo. I would love to show the world that I'm the best.
I want to get Canelo out here to Houston.
Oh, Canelo, where your cojones at? Let's get it.
Payday, payday. You want payday. I know that. Man, you fight with nobody.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Come on, man. I just got my hair done 2 days ago.
Swing the remix, guys!
I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. And she picked grease in my shit. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. And she picked grease in my shit. I just got my hair done. 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 Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Hey, this is real facts. Hey, this is real facts. Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Hey, this is real facts. It burnt my eyes. Hey, this is real facts. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. Real facts.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, Solo Dolo, Scarface, No Manolo. If you're just joining the live, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Absolutely free to do so. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of boxing fans that don't know. We rock out every day, multiple times per day. And today is just another one of those days where we're here to talk boxing. We got some important news to discuss as Turki Alalshikh has broken the internet with his new partnership that has been announced between Dana White, and the company that already houses WWE and the UFC, TKO Group, have all joined forces and are now going to be starting their own promotional company. Officially, no name has been given for the promotional entity, but the internet is already running with TKO Boxing. That being said, we have plenty of audio and video to share. Alalshikh was on Pat McAfee's show where he insinuated that we could be seeing the first fight with TKO Boxing in September. And McAfee was asking, is it going to be a Canelo fight? And Turki didn't say no, and instead let us believe that it may be. Hence, Crawford Canelo in the title, Crawford Canelo on the thumbnail. Crawford Canelo being one of those big fights that Turki could make to make TKO Boxing and this new entity have a splash in the boxing world. Now, there's going to be some audio I'm going to play of Dana White, who says, that only Turkey can make the big fight that they have planned. Only a guy like Turkey would have been able to make that happen. So while it's not on my thumbnail or in my title, I kept thinking to myself over and over, and I'm like, man, are they going to make a splash with the TKO boxing Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez? Because in one of the pieces of audio that I'll show, they made it clear that all boxers are on the table to fight for this league. But there is some information that points that this league may not be that of A-listers and instead some sort of developmental league, right? But what we do know is that TKO announced today it's entered into a multi-year agreement and partnership with Turki Alalshikh, the chairman of Saudi General Entertainment Authority. Now, it's going to be led by the UFC president and CEO Dana White, the WWE president and the TKO board member Nick Khan, who, according to Errol Hawani, is the guy that actually brokered the deal for Top Rank and ESPN. But let's just get to some of this audio video because it's going to give us a little bit more insight onto what kind of powerhouse agreement this is. First and foremost, we got some screen shares here. And this is the official press release from Turki Alalshikh. And just some things that I want to point out. Like this quote from Mark Shapiro, the president and chief operating officer of TKO. This is a strategic opportunity to reimagine the sport of boxing globally. What new things are they going to do that they believe they can reimagine the sport? You have Turki Alalshikh that says, this landmark partnership between the industry powerhouses sets the stage for an unparalleled experience for boxers and fans. Together, we are developing the next generation of talent and delivering world-class events at a time when the sport is primed for further disruption. But you see what it says. Next generation of talent. So it is up in the air. Is this a development league, or is this for the stars, right? But there's more information, man. So let's get to it. This is Dana White on McAfee here. And here's what he has to say with Turki Alalshikh. This is pertaining to the September 12th date. They did say 12th. Now we know Turki likes to play. Look at the smile on his face.
And I want to tell you a secret. If he allowed me, ask him which the first event fight he will have in September. Ask him if you want to answer.
Hey, Dana, I have a question for you. Birdie just dropped in my ear the first event that's happening in September. I didn't know if you knew anything about that or anything going on.
Well, these are things that we want to pump the brakes on and announce these things when you do it right. My friend Turki gets too excited and wants to go out and talk about
September. Congratulations, boys! Yeah, congrats. We're happy for you. That is awesome. Well, go ahead, Dana.
We actually are getting together with him tomorrow. We're going to shoot some content, and when it's time to announce, we have a massive fight. Literally, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. A massive fight that only this guy could make happen. This man right here is the only guy that could make a fight.
Now, you see what I'm saying? Like, is Dana going to be talking about Crawford Canelo, something that's already already been announced, that splash has already been done, or is he talking about the hard to make, the one we think can't be made in Canelo Benavidez.
Like this happened. And
together, brother, together.
We will announce it when we're ready to, but this is the guy that has literally brought boxing back. Today is day one. We're making our announcement, and we're going to start building this this sport back up from ground zero.
That's awesome, man. September 4th, the world's going to change, man.
Let's go.
September 5th.
And again, building this sport up from ground zero. So I think they're starting, with a developmental league versus something for the stars. Now, will they do the occasional shows with some big names and jam their, TKO boxers on the undercard? Probably. But I could be wrong about that because there's another clip where, they basically say all fighters are on the table. Or should I say every boxer on the planet is in the mix, end quote. Let me get to that one in just a bit here. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of boxer fans that don't know we rocking out every day. Also, I do want to remind you, all month long, we're going to be doing a PS5 raffle with the Undisputed game. $25 gets you in. It is a virtual raffle ticket. This is a used PS5. This was only used here in my studio for 2 hours at the most. We never really used it. I never got into it. Undisputed is not for me, but my loss is your gain. $25 wins one of my lucky audience members a very, very practically brand new PS5 with the Undisputed game. Over $700 value. $25 gets you in the raffle. It has to be via Zelle. That Zelle is always visible right here below with the fat word Zelle. Once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up as it's going to help with the visibility. We got Michael B. Welcome to the prospect level. And we want to go ahead and screen share this next piece of audio.
We've learned through this conversation, potentially maybe September 12th, maybe a boxing promotion changes the sport of boxing forever. Is there a Canelo potential? Is there a Canelo conversation around September?
I hope so.
Is there a?
I think that when you talk about, like I said, what this guy has done, everybody's name is in the mix. Every big boxer on the planet is in the mix, and he literally walked Nick and I through, some of his plans, because he's got stuff that he's committed to already different than what we're building together. And when you see the stuff first of all, the idea of renting out Times Square is one of the coolest things that I've ever seen in my life.
Hilarious.
The fact that,
yeah.
And he has this whole AI model of how it's built out. It's incredible. It's one of the greatest promotions in the history of the world. And the other things that he has planned out for the next couple of years are unbelievable, fascinating, fun, and something that people are definitely going to want to see.
It's awesome news. Canelo on September 12th. I can't wait to watch. I cannot wait. Turki Alalshikh, Dana White, Nick.
Now, it is fair to say that September 12th is a Friday. Now, maybe Alalshikh says September 12th because that's a Saturday in his country. And that's why Canelo's fighting Sunday on his country, so it's Saturday in our country. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm reaching. We do have some more audio because the title says Crawford Canelo on Netflix. And that's Errol Hawani, who got his fame from being a UFC reporter, MMA reporter. And obviously, he has those sources, right? And he's done plenty of interviews with Turki Alalshikh. This is what he has to say about the situation.
Old guard is going to be like, wait a second, this is not how it usually is. They're going to UFCify boxing. And that's gigantic. People have talked about trying to do it. People have talked about wanting to do it. They're actually going to go ahead and do it. We'll see how it turns out. Now, remember what he said on that call last week, Mark Shapiro. In addition to that league, as they're calling it, we're also going to be doing super fights. 2 this year, 2 next year. Massive fights. Don't be surprised if the first one is Canelo versus Crawford. And don't be surprised if that first one is on a platform like Netflix. And don't be surprised with Top Rank leaving, this new league comes in and replaces Top Rank on ESPN. And don't be surprised when they re-sign with ESPN, which in some way, shape, or form, I think they will. A part of the deal is to bring in this league as well to be the boxing entity on ESPN. The guy who cut the deal for Top Rank to be on ESPN was Nick Khan. No one knows those people better than him. When I got to ESPN, everyone was like, "Oh, you're a Nick Khan guy? He's your agent?" He, for all intents and purposes, was the most powerful non-ESPN employee in the company, if you get what I'm saying. Represented them all. He could
So is Nick Khan the agent of Earl Hawani, and that's how he's giving us this inside information?
very easily cut this deal and say, you want UFC, you gotta do a deal for this league. And by the way, ESPN would gladly do it. Why not? Why wouldn't you want the new shiny toy? Out with the old, in with the new. And so don't be surprised if they replace Top Rank on ESPN. Don't be surprised if the super fights happen on an even bigger platform like Netflix. But now, remember what I told you all about the Canelo thing with Jake Paul.
And remember that the connection with Netflix is obviously Nick Khan and WWE already being on Netflix. So now they got this new company. They already have the ear of Netflix. They just got to say, hey, we got this one fight with Crawford and Canelo. Let's do it. Are you interested? You feel what I'm saying? You following me?
Remember when I said TKO is behind this as well? They don't want Jake Paul fighting Canelo. They don't want Canelo to fight Jake Paul and then fight their guy. No way. We'll give you a fight in Riyadh if that means leaving this deal, and you could go get that deal. That 3-fight deal. We'll make it now a 4-fight deal. You fight William Skull, you win that belt, and now the Terrence Crawford fight is even bigger. And
FYI, the press conference for William Skull is tomorrow at Radio City Music Hall in New York City.
That may be the first entry. And so you do the super fights, you do the massive fights with the Crawfords and the Canelos of the world. You populate those cards with your TKO boxing guys, and then the TKO boxing guys go back and you put on X amount of events.
I just want to know who these TKO boxing guys, like King Callum Walsh or whoever it is that Tom Loeffler has.
Around the world, King Callum Walsh type guys who, let's be honest, aren't exactly highly regarded super prospects in the sport. They've hitched their wagon to him. He's done fine. I don't think he blew the doors off of the 3 Arena in terms of ticket sales and gate and all that stuff. But those types of talent, you build them up, and then eventually you get to the point where now you're creating your own stars. You're the best at production.
And you see, he says, now you get to the point where now you're creating your own stars. And this is what I'm saying. I think they're going to do the occasional big event, but it's more about growing the next generation of stars, is what it sounds like anyway. I don't know. That's what I'm getting from this audio and video. You guys could tell me what you think. Phone lines will be open in just a bit. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up, please do so, as it's going to help with the visibility of the show. We're trying to get as much attention on the episode as possible. This way we can get a potential new listeners and callers. I am also having a guest here in a bit. Looks like I believe Justin Figueroa should be joining us. And it looks like I have Johnny from the Hangout Spot. What up?
What's going on, champ? What's going on, community?
Chilling.
Man, I'm cooling out, man. Chilling. Just got a nice workout in with the wife.
Nice.
Feeling good. Got the blood flowing. I'm ready to talk some boxing. Big news today with Turki Alalshikh and Dana White. And I was listening to you guys earlier, and both you and Tone brought up some good points, man. As for me, man, I'm actually excited to give this a chance, because as a fight fan, man, I've said for the longest time that I think that boxing would benefit if they had some sort of commissioner in place. If you really think about it, every other sport has a commissioner to hold law and order, but boxing has somewhat been the Wild Wild West. So I think this gets us closer to that. And if you're going to do something like that, I'm okay with Dana White because he's proven that his business model works the way he runs the UFC. Now, I do take into consideration what you said earlier, Ness, like why didn't Turki Alalshikh reach out to like Eddie Hearn or Frank Warren? You know, some of these promoters that he already has partnerships with. But the way I look at it, Ness, I
Let me
mean,
get this guest on real quick, champ.
okay.
Justin, what's up? How are you?
What's
Copy?
going on? I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
Yeah, we hear you fine. Everything sounds well.
All right, cool. What's going on, guys?
All good, man. First and foremost, thank you for jumping on the show. We're joined by Justin Figueroa. So it's Justin Time is also the nickname, correct?
Yes, sir.
Like just in time for, breakfast, XYZ.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with that nickname? Who blessed you with that?
I was at a show. My dad brought me to a show when I was like 5 years old, a professional boxing match. And it happens to be the same venue I'm about to fight at March 22nd at the Tropicana on Boxing Insider Promotions. But me and my dad was hitting mitts when I was 5 years old, kind of stealing the show from the fights that were going on. And there was these group of drunk guys sitting behind us, and they was like, "What's the kid's name?" And my dad was like, "It's Justin." And they were like, "Justin Time." And it just stuck ever since.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. So Figueroa, what is that? You are Latin descent from where?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Puerto Rican. But I grew up here in Atlantic City. But after I did my DNA test, man, I'm a mutt though. I'm Portuguese, Spanish, Puerto Rican, and the list goes on and on and on. But I grew up Puerto Rican.
Nah, for sure, man. So are both your parents Puerto Rican?
Yes.
Okay. But you didn't grow up speaking Spanish in your household?
Not too much, just like key words here and there, like small sentences, but not really too much speaking Spanish like that. I'm definitely still learning today as like I'm just teaching myself.
Yeah, and you grew up in Atlantic City?
Yeah. You grew up like me.
Yeah, I grew up in Atlantic City.
How was that, man? I had a aunt that lived in Pleasantville for a bunch of years.
Okay, yeah, Pleasantville is right around the corner. We got a couple Pleasantville guys fighting on the March 22nd card coming up. Atlantic City is, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You know, you get the rough and tough in the streets and the neighborhoods. But then again, you know, you get the tourists that come here in the summertime. We got the boardwalk, the casinos, restaurants. So you get the best of both worlds. I guess you could say city life.
For sure, man. So 26 years old, when did you get your boxing start? What gave you the bug?
As a professional or just boxing in general?
In general.
Yeah, so when I was growing up, I guess, when I was a kid, and in the 90s, 2000s, Atlantic City was, boxing was big over here. Atlantic City held a lot of big events and stuff like that through the 80s and 90s, some through 2000s and stuff like that. So boxing has always been big around here. And growing up in a tough neighborhood, got beat up a couple times. So my dad kept me in the house after that. He was teaching me how to defend myself. And he knew how to box a little bit from being around and being friends with some of the boxers that was here in Atlantic City at the time. So he was training me boxing for like 2 years straight every day, kept me in the house. And he just saw that I was a good student. He saw that I was listening to everything he said, and I was doing everything he said. And then he let me outside 2 years later, finally, after all this training, and I get into a fight the first day I go outside after them 2 years, and I'm beating up the whole neighborhood after that. So, one, he knew I was a good student. Two, he was like, yo, this kid could fight for real. And he started bringing me to the boxing gym after that. And I wasn't saying it was perfect. I believe my first sparring match, I cried. So I've been told. But the thing was that I stood game. Even though I was crying, I still stood in there fighting. My dad kept me in the ring fighting still. Even though I cried as a kid, 5 years old, sparring for the first time, he didn't pull me out. So I grew up boxing, training with my dad. Then growing up during hard times, my family lived in a motel room at times when I was 10 years old. So my dad shipped me out to Florida with my uncle, and that got my amateur boxing career started. And I
Damn,
think I racked.
that's crazy. I'm originally from New Jersey and moved to Florida. What part of Florida?
Yeah, I went out there a couple times as a kid because of the family situations, and then the boxing scene was just better out there for an amateur. There was really not that many amateur shows here in New Jersey at the time. So I lived in Riverview, which me and my uncle, we would drive. I think it was like a 30-minute drive to Tampa, and we would train in Tampa. And then we lived in Tampa, and then we lived in Orlando.
And now you went back to Jersey.
Yeah, so that was from like 10 years old to 12 years old. I think I went out there when I was like 13, 14 years old to fight a state tournament fight out in Florida. So I was just racking up some amateur fights, getting some experience. But then when I came back to Jersey, I would get homesick and stuff like that. So I would come back home to my family. And my dad messed up. He let me play other sports like football, wrestling, basketball. And I just happened to be an athlete. I was just good at everything. And at the time, my dad was starting to get a little rough with being a coach. It was almost, to be honest, it was almost borderline abuse. It wasn't that fun anymore. The way he was just coaching me, it was so serious all the time, and I just like playing team sports when I hit around the teenage age because one, I was good. Two, it felt good to be around the team, and I guess it was kind of good to get away from my dad just being hard on me at the time. And I brought that all the way into high school. I was football star, wrestled, ran track, all around athlete, which I believe it brings the athleticness brings back into the boxing ring. So I have no regrets with that. But I always stuck with the boxing here and there. Me and my dad's we always hit the pads, or I always shadow box, so I take my boxes jog, even throughout high school and stuff. So after high school, after I graduated, I had big dreams in football. I thought I was a good football player. But my grades just didn't match. I was misguided a little bit. And when it came down to the accumulative GPA at the end, I really couldn't get in any good schools like I really wanted to. So long story short, I didn't end up playing football in college. I went to college for about a semester, and something just didn't feel right. I had no guidance. My parents never been to college. I was like, I need to go back home before I end up wasting money here. I really don't know what I'm doing. So when I came back home, I'm 18 years old at this time. And when I came back home, I was living on the west side of Atlantic City, and Atlantic City Police Athletic League, the boxing gym is up the street. At the time, I'm like 215 pounds from, college weight, football weight. So I'm just hitting the boxing gym just to get in shape, try to look good for the ladies. And, boxing is a great workout, great cardio workout, great to lose fat. Then I started moving around with the guys in the boxing gym, and I forgot how good I was. And this was at 18 years old, and it's been a wrap ever since. I just kept at it, kept working at my discipline, and just finding that sweet spot for me to become the most complete fighter I could be. And throughout the years, I believe I'm doing a pretty good job, still growing, still learning. And I'm here today, 11-0 with 9 knockouts, professional.
Very impressive, man. Very
jumping
impressive.
in, Jar?
What position? I'm sorry, Ness.
No, I was asking if you was jumping in.
What position did you play in football?
Yeah, I was a running back. I was splitting carries with another kid. He was a talented kid. So I think my senior year I had what did I have? I think I had like 100. I gotta look back at the stats. Anyways, forget the stats. So anyways, I played running back, scored touchdowns. I ran hard. I was a real physical running back. 200 pounds, 205. I also played cornerback too. So I was one of the biggest cornerbacks in the league, just real physical, no fly zone, wasn't getting anything past me. So I had a good mix between being strong, being big, but also being athletic, being agile. And like I said, that for me, it helps translate into the ring, being athletic and agile. And from running the rock, running the ball, having, big guys trying to tackle me all at once, 200-300-pound guys, 3 of them trying to, smash me to tackle me. It kind of helps me. I think it helps me with the punches because I don't really think punches really affect me in boxing.
So you're absolutely right. I was going to say that because the physicality part of playing running back and defense, it carries over to being a professional fighter. Like I've never spoken to any young fighter that played football that told me they were a quarterback or a kicker.
Yeah.
it's usually always a physical position. That's what's up, man. First of all, I'm Johnny from the Hangout Spot, so it's nice to meet you, champ. And
Cool. Nice.
so tell me a little bit about your boxing inspirations, man. Like is there any fighters that you modeled your game after?
Man, throughout the years, I feel like my generation, we look up to guys like Floyd, Andre Ward, guys like that. Boxing style, keep it real clean, hit and don't get hit style. And that was working real well for me because, I'm, like I said, I'm agile, I got good feet, good speed. So I was getting away with it for a while. But then when I started sparring with professionals and started upping the rounds in my sparring and stuff, I noticed I wasn't getting the better side all the time. I like to dominate when I'm in the ring. So when I noticed I wasn't dominating, I noticed it was something's going on. I know there's something missing in my game. And I just wanted to learn more. I knew there was more to learn in this game. I know it's more than just fighting. Boxing is an art. So I don't think this is a popular choice with everyone. But my favorite, and I feel like I learned and studied so much, is Vasily Lomachenko. That's a big inspiration for me.
Why do you think that's not a popular one?
I don't know. You know what? I saw that people don't, people look at records and they think, all these wins and no losses. They look at Loma's record and he's 17-3 and he lost to Devin Haney and he lost to this guy and that guy. So the casual boxing fan or most guys probably won't have Vasily Lomachenko at the top of their list. But for me, he's at the top. I feel like I learned so much watching and studying him, and I think he's just a beautiful fighter the way he fights.
Do you think if he would have made the Tank fight, he would win based off what you seen Saturday or what? Has your opinion even changed since you're a fighter? That could have just been an off night for Tank. Is your opinion of Tank changed based off Saturday, and would you see Loma beating him now? Or did you always have Loma beating him?
I feel like I always had Loma beating him, but due to Loma, father time, due to Loma getting a little older, Tank is still a young fighter. So I think that may play a part, but I think Loma edges it out with, his work rate, with all his feints, constantly pressing the issue, pressing the fight. Just like Roach did. I think Roach did a good job with pressing the fight, making Tank uncomfortable, getting close to him, and not reaching, giving Tank what he wants so Tank can counter. Tank is a great counter puncher. But it could have been an off night for Tank that night, but I think Roach just came with a great game plan. He developed very, very well, and he fought the fight of his life that night. And I thought it was a great fight. I think it could have went either way. If it was up to me, I would have said I would give it to Roach. I feel like he threw more combinations. He looked a little busier, landed the more significant shots. But, hey, if you want to go to the knockdown and all that, I don't know what the knockdown was. I thought Tank forgot his mouthpiece. I don't know about taking a knee. He probably should have spoke up, and referee would have gave him the stop. So taking a knee is a little crazy. And in this game, they probably should have counted it as a knockdown because obviously when a guy takes a knee, that's a knockdown. So including the knockdown, Roach definitely wins that fight. But I'm gonna have to go with my all-time favorite between Tank and Lomachenko. I'll still give it to Lomachenko.
For sure. So earlier when Johnny and you were speaking, you spoke about, the work you put in and wanting to dominate or liking to dominate. You are 7 pounds heavier than Brian Norman Jr., the WBO champ, but I seen you guys sparred, man. Did it go the way you wanted?
Yeah, it definitely went the way I wanted. He's a champion for a reason. Going out there, I knew that, of course, I was going to have to take some good shots. But I couldn't give Champ all the credit. I had to go in there with a champion mentality too. And just like I'm going to get hit, I got to try to give Champ some good work and hit the Champ too. But I knew I was going out there to really learn. I wasn't going out there to be no macho man. Champ wasn't really on no pride stuff. It was great work. And I had to really be on my P's and Q's working with him. If I reached or didn't come in with an approach where I can disguise it with feints or not in the right distance, he had to counter for everything. And the Champ, he's got good speed. He's a great athlete. He got good power. So it was great work. And I felt that I learned a lot mentally. It took my game to another level.
Being from that Atlantic City area, have you ever gone into Philly and sparred with the nemesis of Norman and Ennis?
Oh no, I haven't. I like Boots a lot. Boots is a great fighter. I haven't went and sparred with Boots. Maybe looking to down the line. But yeah, I haven't got to. Yeah, I've been in Philly sparring with a few guys, but I haven't got to the cream of the crop yet.
I got a couple of questions here from the people. Donald from Baton Rouge, he says, how did the work go with Norman? I guess I beat him to the punch there. You've already answered that. If you want to, add anything, that's cool. If not, we can move on.
Yeah, I'll just add that it was good work. I got to learn a lot, and I think he's going to do exceptionally well for his upcoming fight, March 29th in Las Vegas. I think I gave him a great look for his opponent coming up. And hey, I think if he could deal with me the way he dealt with me, then he's definitely going to deal with his opponent and get him up out of there.
All right. Next one is from Ali and Dago. He says, "What's up, Justin? Who are your 3 favorite fighters of all time?"
Yes, sir. Like I said, Lomachenko, I got to put him at the top. Lomachenko at the top. I got a lot of fighters because I just watch a lot of tape, study a lot of fighters. I'm going to go with Lomachenko, Andre Ward, and hey, let's give it to, I think it's a tie between Canelo and Floyd.
I got to ask, Justin, did you give the link to people thinking that was the link to share the interview?
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, shit, bro.
Yeah,
it's like mad random people trying to join. I'm like, who the hell is Jeannie and who is Jay and who the hell is this?
Yeah,
I'm like, yo.
I thought it was the link.
Next time I'll give Jolene the live link. Let me send it to her now, so that she can share it with your popular fan base. I see they trying to jump on with you. They like, let me get on there. We got a few more. No worries. I appreciate you. We got Manuel in the 408. There goes another one of your fans. What's your thoughts on Turkey now working with Dana on this new boxing league?
I saw that, man. I saw that earlier, and it kind of rung my bell a little bit. I think for the real boxing fans, for the elite guys, I think it's great. You're gonna get the best fights, the best fighting the best. Does it affect pay in the long run? The way the UFC fighters are getting paid with their system. I think in the beginning, I think they're gonna pay the fighters really, really well, like Turkey has been already. But I think it's gonna fall into that UFC system where, we're under their promotions, we're under their contracts. So that's what I think it is. Now, I do think it clashes with how our promotions here in the States, how we like to build up fighters and build up superstars. So I think it clashes with that, building up superstars here in the States.
I got Toledo Treese in Ohio says, what is the hardest thing to cut from your diet during training camp? And do you believe boxing could thrive on alternate platforms like Zeus, CW, and BET?
With the platform, sure, why not? Boxing, no matter who it is, fan or not fan, boxing is going to draw attention. So if it's a platform, then it could definitely thrive because boxing is just one of the greatest sports ever, invented, and it will always be. 2 guys in the ring fighting, it doesn't get better than that. And it's out of respect, too. After you fight with a guy, you shake hands and say, hey, good work, you was the better man, da-da-da. So boxing is, top tier for me, and I think it will always keep growing. So people who say boxing is dead, I don't believe them. But what to cut out from my diet, I don't really mind that. I do love to eat, but I got to be professional. I got to cut, obviously, the carbs, the heavy carbs. I love pizza. I can eat pizza whenever. Italian food, Spanish food, them rice and beans, all that stuff, man. So I guess that's the hardest part. But if you want the advantage to, make weight properly and feel good at your weight, because if you don't make weight properly, you don't cut that kind of stuff out of your diet, you're going to be fighting some naturally big boys in there if you you don't cut that weight correctly. So I think it's just part of the game. I don't really get too sad about it.
I got a good one here from the people. Coach Myers in Connecticut. How did you get the nickname Mr. Atlantic City? And being from New Jersey, do you look up to Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah. I'm gonna start with Shakur first. When I first started my career, I was just getting by with guys off of my speed, and I was able to I was studying Shakur, and I was able to mimic Shakur. So I learned a lot watching Shakur. I got a lot of respect for Shakur. Great skills, one of the top fighters today. But as my style kind of switched from being more offensive, I feel like Shakur's style is a little more laid back, defensive. Likes to counter, but he does have his offensive tactics too. But I like to fight more out of a high guard now, tight guard. So I'm watching other guys other than Shakur. But Shakur to me is an exciting fighter. I love the skills, and definitely one of the top fighters. I definitely like to see him versus Tank or him versus Roach or any of those fights that they can make for him. Especially he's from Jersey too, so I always got to stand for Jersey. And the name Mr. Atlantic City. I always been repping Atlantic City since the jump. Since I turned honestly, before I turned professional, I know Atlantic City has been a boxing city for a long time, like I said earlier. So I always try to bring it back. Invite the people of Atlantic City to come out, let them know, hey, I'm your guy here. Let's support your local talent. And they come out all the time. The support here is unreal in Atlantic City. They come out every show, a lot of support. I got a great support system. My sponsors, Kennedy Cellars, Demir's Heating and Cooling, and the installation company. I got a great partner, great lady with me. The support is unreal. So Atlantic City has been nothing but a blessing for me. And I guess I've been putting Atlantic City on my back. So then the promoter, Larry Goldberg, started calling me Mr. Atlantic City, and it stuck.
Man, just because you said you've been putting Atlantic City on your back, and I know Jolene is one of the best at what she do, so maybe it's too soon, but we all know that Thomas Lamana sells hella tickets in Atlantic City. That could be a good fight. And you at 160, I'm pretty sure he's at 60. Y'all ever spar him being from New Jersey as well?
Yeah, I moved around with Thomas, just like moving around. He's got a great jab, long, tall. He's a vet, got 30 fights. I moved around with him more so early in my career. I was also fighting on a lot of his cards too.
Oh,
so he was.
So y'all
he
know
was
each other
damn
well.
Yeah, so we know each other well. He was like my promoter, a mentor at the time. So it was very, very good working with him on the business side. And I got to move around with him a bit too. I think he's a great boxer also. But I'm not really looking for that fight. But if it made sense and my manager...
You only had one at 59, so I do apologize if I'm putting you in a weight class you're not ready to move to, because I did see 59, but as I skimmed through, there's more 55s there.
Yeah. No, that's all good. 54 and 60 is, 60 is a more comfortable weight class for me. 54 is a bit, I got, take the weight cut seriously when I get down to 54. But if it all makes sense, I'm here as much as I love the sport. I'm here for the business too. So,
I mean, Thomas is good at what he do, man. He's probably ranked somewhere in the WBA right now. That's why I said it's probably not the time. You might need to work a little bit more. He's always trying to go for gusto. Shout out to him. He's probably on his way back to another title shot because he's good at what he do. He knows how to position himself for sure.
Yes. I give it to a fighter and a good businessman. I give it to him. He's doing it right.
Absolutely. We got Octo that says, yo, champ, what's your favorite music artist? And give us one good movie we should watch.
I feel like one movie I used to watch a lot was Never Back Down. Back in the day. I guess it was like an MMA movie. It was pretty motivating, good action. So Never Back Down.
Tom Hardy? I'm about to look
I'm not sure. Remember, I watched it a couple of times. I used to like that one a lot. I don't really watch a lot of movies, but all the boxing movies. Southpaw is a good movie. All the Rockies and the Creeds. Great movies. But yeah, all I do is watch boxing and study film. So I don't really watch too many movies. When it comes to music, it depends how I'm feeling. I can go from listening to guys like Lil Baby, Drake, on my way to the gym, 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent a lot. But then I could, turn my
Which
Spanish
album?
music on.
Which 50 album though?
Which the album? What is it called? Get Rich or Die Trying, and
Okay, that's a classic.
Get Rich or Die Trying. What's the other one? It's like him with his shirt off. He's like flexing.
Oh, I think that's the one. Ain't that 21 Questions? Not 21 Questions, but Massacre. The Massacre.
Is it that one?
I'm
I don't know.
gonna
He
check it
got
out
a lot.
right now on iTunes, but I
A lot
believe
of
so.
hot, like 50 is hard. But like I said, I could come back to the house or leave in the gym. I could throw on some jazz. So I'm real versatile with the music.
Dang, he said jazz. Nice. I got a few more for you. Next one is from One Way Renzo. He says, "What's your favorite Loma performance?"
I mean, it's so many. It's so good. But I think lately I've been leaning towards the Linares performance. Because Linares, that was a tough fight. It wasn't an easy fight. Linares landed some good shots. He dropped Loma, and Loma was able to get back up and seal the deal, man. He put that pressure on him, that mental pressure, all them feints. Loma just so composed in there, and he was able to make a hard fight look easy towards the end and got Linares out of there.
James Benitez in Atlanta. After your sparring with Norman, do you got him beating Boots now?
I think it'll be a great fight. Like I said, I think styles make fights. Like I said, I never really been in the ring with Boots, so it's tough to really judge from there. I know Boots is a great fighter. Norman is a great fighter also. They're both world champions. And I think they're both world champions. They got to unify those belts. So hopefully those guys both make out on the business side, make some good money from it, and may the best man win that night. But win or lose, I hope they both win financially.
So talk to me about this upcoming fight you got. Mario
it's
Rios, and it's going to be taking
sir.
place in Tropicana Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, 6-rounder. Talk to us.
Yes, sir. Sorry, let me grab this charger real quick. Phone on 11%. Yeah, so I'm fighting here in my hometown again in Atlantic City. This is going to be my 10th time fighting in Atlantic City, so I'm an Atlantic City guy for real. A lot of shows here. Like I said, the support is unreal. My only 2 times I fought out of Atlantic City was in Texas and in California. I'm definitely looking to get out a little bit more, but I love fighting in front of my people. So, yeah, I'm bringing a show. March 22nd, I'm looking to perform, entertain, and my people know what I come for. I come to lay them out. I come for the knockout. But, of course, I'm really strategic with the way I come in and the way I box. I'm not just going in there swinging for the fences like that. So I think you get to see some good boxing along with the violence that you really want to see as just a casual fan that just wants to see the violence in the boxing ring. But as a boxing fan, you're going to also see the skill set from my part. Like I said, March 22nd at the Tropicana Casino in Atlantic City is Boxing Insider Promotions. And I'm looking for my 12th win.
So this means it's on the zone then?
Yes, this one is on the zone also.
Are you going to be TV time or do you not know yet?
I'm sure. I think the last 3 events that Boxing Insider Promotions threw has been on the zone.
No, I know, but is your portion of the card going to be televised?
Yeah. Yes. I may even be main event. The last card I was main event.
Okay.
So we'll see. Not sure yet.
Nice. So do you believe in this guy's power? He's actually a natural junior middleweight. And he has decent pop in terms of knockout ratio. He's over that 65, so that means he can really punch. Do you believe his power? I mean, he's also from Argentina, right? Those guys naturally just seem to always can punch. Are you worried? Are you not worried, but are you, kind of understanding that he may be a puncher?
Yeah, that's cool. I like the step ups. I like that fire. When I'm stepping into the ring with a guy with a solid record, got knockouts on his resume, it puts a little fire under me. So on March 22nd in Atlantic City at the Tropicana Casino, I'm coming ready to fight. I got power too. I could take a good shot. I got defense, and if he's coming to Rumble, it's only going to be a better show for my fans, and I'm willing to give that up for my fans. Let's leave it all in the ring, and I hope he comes to fight. But just like I said with the champ, If I gotta get hit, you gotta get hit too. So if you think you got power and you want to put hands on me, I know I got power and I'm gonna put hands on you. And I know my skills is good and I believe in the work I put in. So I don't have no doubt. We'll just see on March 22nd.
Did you see his last fight with Alex Bray? And do you know Alex from Florida?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I haven't really done much studying
On your
on his
opponent?
tape.
Okay.
Yeah, I let my coach just study and we just work.
Who's your trainer, by the way?
I call him Coach String. His name is John Gibbs.
Oh wow, that's my last
Yeah,
name.
he's fairly new to the, but he's been in the boxing game for a while as a boxer. Just been around, sparred with a lot of champions like Boo Boo Andrade and the champions that was coming up here in Atlantic City at the time. So he's been around boxing for a while, and he's phenomenal with these. He might be one of the best with. But he has a good eye for boxing too, and me and him really click really well. He's been doing a great job with me this far in my career.
I got Alex Vega from Palm Beach, South Florida. If Norman versus Boots happens this year, how does that fight go? Who wins? You already answered that, so we just showing him love. That looks like it might be the last one. Let me refresh on this other page. But I do appreciate you coming on. Is there a way that people can get tickets at the moment?
Yeah. First and foremost, thank you guys for having me on the show. I see you guys all the time. You guys be cracking me up with the commentary and all that, and you guys keep it real. I like what you guys are doing on Instagram. But if you look up Boxing Insider Promotions on Ticketmaster, they have tickets for you to purchase. But if you do purchase on Ticketmaster, type in code Justin so you know the fighter can make commission off of ticket sales. And yeah, that's on Ticketmaster.
All right, champ. Well, once again, give out that social media for anybody that isn't following you can do so. And I thank you for coming on. We'd love to get you on for the victory lap.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for having me on. I'm on Instagram at Justin Figueroa. And stay updated with me through all my trainings and my victories. And I like to say I'm an online person, Instagram personality. I think I got some character with me. So I think I'm a good person to follow, but follow my career. Thank you guys again for having me on. And I look forward to speaking with you guys again.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, man. Good luck to you, champ.
There you have it, ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen. Justin Figueroa. Peace. Salute to him. I'm like, yo, we got so many people jumping on. Who is this? I never seen those names, but I get it. He must have thought that was like the link to share the interview.
Kept hearing the jingle.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Yeah, man, bro. I grew up in Jersey, man. Atlantic City's a hotbed. That's very interesting. Small world. That he was on some Thomas Lamana cards, and he's with Jolene.
Yeah, that's what's
Adrian.
up. He seems like a very confident kid, man. I mean,
Bro,
like
6-round main event. I gotta check the schedule. Really?
Yeah. Well, he said he didn't know about this one, but he's headlined before on these cards. But yeah, shout out to him, man. Bright young man.
Seems to have some pop.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens with this fight. This kid's been stopped before.
Ooh, Mario Rios.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right, man. He's from Argentina, man. Usually those guys can punch.
For sure.
He's 35 years old. All right. I'm going to be tuned in, man. I'm going to be tuned in.
Especially if it's on Boxing Insider. That makes it easier. Even though I still haven't watched Avis Griffin, bro. I need to go back and watch that knockout. Still haven't had the opportunity, bro.
I heard you this morning when you said you don't do film review anymore, man. Like, you forgetting your roots?
No. I mean, remember, we just used to have a specific show that was Film Study Tuesdays. So because we don't do that, it's not, it's not like a ritual anymore. I got Future BS4 $20 super chat. Shout out. Let me drop a bomb for the love. Just because now more than ever we need independent voices in boxing. If these guys succeed, it will be a monopoly like the UFC. I don't know, man. I doubt it, bro. I'm pretty sure the other promoters are not just gonna lay down.
I agree.
Unless he's buying everybody out, which again, what are you gonna do? Buy everybody out? Like you can hopefully, let's say you got the money to buy the big 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's still like the Salitas and the Boxing Insiders and the fucking Adam Glenn's, and I mean, there's so many independent promoters, bro. There's people that we don't even know that have promoter licenses all over the world. Like, I don't know. It's not like the UFC where they just had a couple entities. You feel me? Anybody could get a promoter's license.
Yeah, and it's a league, just like anything else. Football, you got the NFL, but then you also got the CFL, then you have the XFL that obviously came out. They weren't, the XFL wasn't really successful, but the CFL is still out. Like I said earlier, man, I think we should give it a chance.
I'm not. I'm gonna certainly give it a chance. I just hope it doesn't become another island that segregates boxing.
Yeah, that's a good point. And to your point earlier, when you said that, you were leery because Turkey wasn't working with boxing people, right? He went to Dana White, but
well, I mean, isn't that gonna ruffle the feathers? Like, how does Frank feel? How does Frank and Eddie feel waking up to this news that the guy that they were fucking, having breakfast and lunch with for the last couple of months is now in bed with Dana and didn't choose them for the big project? I mean, I don't know. That seems weird to me.
It is, Ness, but you got to look at it. It's a business decision. It's similar to like, and I'll use a football analogy. I know you're not a football guy, but if you're looking for a head coach in football and you're looking for someone that basically coaches defense because you have a strong defensive identity, then you're going to try to get the best defensive coordinator out there, to match your team's strength and their identity. And if you really look at it, I mean, the model in UFC is successful. So I think that was more of a business decision based on Dana White's track record with what he's doing already.
Yeah.
I guess Turkey is trying to look for Dana White in this league. So why not go for Dana White? Why go for a clone? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, at the end of the day, it'll ruffle feathers. But if you're looking at it in Turkey's perspective, he wants to succeed. So he's making a business decision.
And then Dana said, "Oh, Turkey has some things that he's already committed to. So is it like once he's done with whatever promises he made to these existing boxing promoters, is the finances cut?
Good question.
Are these Riyadh season sponsorships over, or does he keep doing that and use those events as ways to promote this new TKO boxing? I don't know, man.
My biggest concern was, how is Dana White going to work with, like, and I bring a prime example, him and Oscar De La Hoya basically hate each other.
Yeah.
They've made that known publicly. Like, how is he going to work with Oscar De La Hoya? Does that mean that there'll be no type of working relationship?
I think that they'll have to find a way to get it done for sure. But you're right. I mean, not too long ago, you had Oscar saying he wanted to do an exhibition with Dana.
Yeah, I mean, he be going in on Dana. He goes in on Joe Rogan, calling him Dana's daddy or whatnot, or, so I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work, but I look at it like this, man. I'm a football fan, and my team is garbage. And I think that my team is garbage because of who owns the team, because I think that shit starts from the top. And I wish the owner of the team that I rooted for had that kind of balls to just go out there and get the best possible person for the job.
Yeah, but again, all you boxing dudes, y'all kill me because it shows that y'all really watch UFC. How can you sit here and say that? UFC. So how can you sit here and say that he's the best guy for the job? The motherfucker ain't got no boxing experience.
Because you're looking at the business model.
Bro, but again, like I told this morning's co-host, bro, UFC fan base is not boxing. It's a different demographic. It's a completely different audience.
Is it popular?
Yeah, it's popular. But again, I'm just saying, if a man sells oranges, doesn't mean he can sell apples. That's all I'm saying.
It's combat sports at the end of the day. Again, pitting, matchmaking one guy against the other.
Listen, man, I'm a prime example, bro. I've never in my 46 years of life bought a pay-per-view for the UFC, nor have I stole one. I don't even fire stick that shit. There's nothing they can do to get me.
Nah, I'm not a UFC guy either. I'm not gonna front, but I mean, I respect what they're doing. I mean, at the end of the
I'm
day,
just saying, you guys keep saying that their marketing is so good, so why haven't they got me? I'm a fight fan.
Because you're a hardcore boxing fan, and ever since UFC got popular, I think for the hardcores it became us against them. We don't want to give them the edge. We are better. It's always been more of
We certainly
least
better. Look at our ears and look at theirs. Ew.
Oh, you bugging.
Hey, yo, it's not. I never said I don't respect Dana, Mr. Talk Trends in the chat. I'm just saying I can't just throw this man all this business credit, but for what? Again, he's selling oranges. We over here with apples, man. We over here with apples. We know that.
But at the end of the day, oranges and apples are both fruits.
For sure.
These combat sports we're talking about. It's not like he's starting a tennis league. He's an MMA guy starting a tennis league, man. There are a lot of similarities. And at the end of the day, I think that if you're going to offer me what the UFC offers, because everything that I hear about the UFC is the best fight the best. Now, it's not perfect, but the best fight the best. We get the fights we want to see. You've had UFC guys that have said they don't want to fight this guy, but then Dana White comes out and says, nah, he's fighting him.
Yeah, but you're gonna get a UFC hipster to jump on and tell you how somebody named Aldo didn't fight somebody named Rivera, and Ngannou never fought Jones. Like, bro, nothing is perfect.
It's not perfect. But I think that if in comparison, and again, I'm a boxing guy, I'm not by no means taking the UFC side. I think that it's fair to say that they get more of the fights that they want to see than we get it in boxing. Is that fair to say?
I don't know, bro. I don't watch that shit. I'm telling you. But that's what I hear. I hear they get they good. I hear they get they fights.
Yeah, that's what I hear. And somebody said something about the money.
Yeah, Alex Vega said that UFC consistently does $3 to $4 million gates. Yeah, but again, UFC, UFC does $3-4 million gates, and that's cool if we want to build a brand, a boxing brand. But boxing has been the fighter is the brand, and that's why the fighter can be in the biggest fight of his life because his brand. But I mean, again, they said it. Their quote is they want to reimagine the sport. Yeah. So we'll see if they are able to successfully achieve that. Phone lines are open if you want to call in. Discord is available, and X Space is also available for anybody that wants to speak. Tip Bellis on on X Spaces. What up?
What up, Tip?
What it do, man? What it do? Yeah, man. Shout out to his dictatorship, Turki Alalshikh. You know what I'm saying? Damn, yo, these catch lines is crazy, bro. Like I'm on this shit. His dictatorship, man. Yeah, but shout out to his dictatorship, Turki Alalshikh, man. Once again, showing his muscle, flexing it. Him and Dana White going into business, and now they're trying to take over the sport of boxing and monopolize it. Something they said Al Heyman tried to do back in the day. When they tried to X out the WBO.
He ain't do it right.
Man. I guess he ain't had the power that Turki Alalshikh had. And you know what I'm saying?
Maybe Alalshikh learned from Al's mistakes.
You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It's just crazy how once again, history seems to repeat itself. And we know Al learned from his lessons, man. But it's just crazy. Like here it is again. Dudes are trying to violate the Muhammad Ali Act. And you know what I'm saying? Oscar got caught in the fire again. You know what I'm saying? Oscar sold his soul to the devil. And you know what I'm saying? Once again, he's on the back burner, man. Because Turkey about to steal all his fighters once again, man. It's just a shame that somebody could do the same thing twice. You know what I'm saying? Not realize what's in front of their face, man. It's a shame what Oscar did with the Ring magazine, man. It's a shame. But yeah, man, this whole thing. with you guys, Johnny, man, y'all got to stop with this UFC model thing, man. I'm not with it. I'm not with it at all. That model does not benefit the fighters. It benefits the company and the brand that the company is, which is the UFC. It does not help the sport of MMA. You know what I'm saying? If you ask who's the best MMA fighter, you know what I'm saying? People will only tell you the best UFC fighter. Why? Because these people only focused on that particular brand. Most of these people who watch, you know what I'm saying, MMA, they only watch the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Half of these people don't even know the participants that were in Bellator. You know what I'm saying? Or Strike Force. You know what I'm saying? They don't know those other competitors. You know, as we see, you know what I'm saying, like when it comes to that sport, you know what I'm saying? They talk about in the sport of boxing, the best don't fight the best. Yo, these dudes like Dana White doesn't even do cross promotional fights. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything is within the brand itself. It's all house fights. So how can we even say, you know what I'm saying, who's the best and what? Like, you know, it's
Yo, it's gonna be the
I
best
just
of
don't like it.
TKO. Best of TKO, like it's the best of UFC. You know how it
I'm
go.
sorry. Yeah,
Same
man,
way
it's
UFC, same way PBC tried to do that. Remember used to forget to put Crawford as welterweight. Remember
yeah.
that?
Hey man,
Remember that?
hey, listen.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
Turkey just learned from Al. He just
but
learned.
hold on, man. Respectfully, the WBO wasn't recognized until like 2013,
Come
bro.
on, man. Cut the shit. Shit been out since like
Google it,
9-6.
Google it,
It
bro.
been out since like
Google it.
9-6, man. We gotta
It
go.
didn't get recognized until like the mid
You
20s
the
or
man. You the man.
2010s.
You the man. 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 Gotta let it go, man. Now we not recognizing belts, so we can look at make the PBC look good. Viewers are in the chat debating the merits of UFC and boxing, with some arguing that UFC is more accessible to casual fans, while others prefer boxing. I love those AI chat summaries. We got Lil Zooted. You don't get spaghetti legs being tackled. Cap. Rex out of Delaware. I just got my ticket to the Boots fight. Since you from New Jersey, is Boardwalk Hall a part of the casino strip or separate theater arena? Part of the strip. You can literally get into Boardwalk Hall from the boardwalk. Oh shit, my girl, Bad Girl TKO. She back as a member. Future BS $5. The UFC model is successful because of illegal methods. They are ripping the fighters and were condemned to pay near $1 billion by a federal court. Read up. All right. I don't really want to read on UFC. That's not about to be my new job, is like learning UFC just because Dana joined boxing. I will now report on Dana's boxing news. I'm not about to learn about the UFC. RB the Baller, $5. Boxing has too many promoters and avenues for fighters to be their own boss and brand. Yo, that's the sad thing, is this is just another promoter, man. It's crazy. Hopefully it is going to be good. Half boxing, $5. Johnny, get them Kenichi Bears, brother, so audio stays at one clean volume. TBV. I don't think he's talking about you because you sound fine. And you got a mic.
Yeah. How am I sounding?
You sound fine to me.
Yeah.
Hello?
I don't know if that would do. I don't know if the headphones would have anything to do with that.
Nah. You were XLR, right? Those headphones are XLR, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And your mic's XLR, or are you going USB?
No, it's plugged in.
XLR?
Yeah, XLR. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be good. Are you updated though? This has got a new update. It's like on 1.5.
With that I gotta check.
Wait, you got the Pro or you got the Duo?
I got the Duo.
Yeah, you gotta check what software. Half box and $5. We read that. If you're trying to call in, now is the time. Now is the time. We got Big Gucci, Nick, on a check-in.
Yo, what up, gang?
What up?
What up?
My bad. At the cough right there, man, smoking that gas. Yo, hangout spot, what up, John?
Chilling, man. What's going on?
Chilling, man. Yo, we lit, man. Yo, I made it to the short. I just retired, man.
Word?
I'm done calling in, gang.
Which short? Let
I'm
me
done calling
check.
in.
Let me check. Hold on.
The Bivol, I had the Bivol take. That shit was fire.
Let me see. Cause I don't be
I
knowing,
was
bro. He
hyped, bro.
he do him.
Yo, I
I
was
don't
at
got
the
shit to do with
now
it.
I was at the gym. I was at the gym on the Stairmasters, and I clicked it, and I'm like, damn, I made the short, bro. I was so hyped. That shit was lit, man.
Which one is it? Is it
But
this
yo,
one?
look, it actually was popping up when the timer for this live right now was like counting. Like you click it, it would play the
Oh,
short.
on
I was like,
YouTube.
damn.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube short. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
fucking.
yo, look, man. Um, yo, this TKO shit, man. I feel like it's about to be fire. I was kind of confused as to why he picked Dana, but if you look back at the UFC, man, they're able to keep the value of their fighters no matter how many losses. And it's not a high value, you feel me? But uh, they still get paid what they get paid, and the losses don't really count. And we always talk about like not throwing away our fighters, you feel me? But I get tip for real. Like I always love the traditional boxing ways, how the boxers stay undefeated because it just makes the fighter look like God until they lose, you feel me? But that's what makes boxers more valuable than those scab MMA weirdos. Only worth 250,000 as a champion. But yo, look, this is different, man. And we should be open to it. Uh, and obviously partnering with Turkey, will have some. It'll have Dana preview to all the DAZN fighters, I would imagine. You feel me? So hopefully we can make those big fights happen with like ranked fighters we know that tournament. Um, but yeah, man, Turkey, he can pull some strings, man. He just throw a bag at everything, man. He make it happen. But yo, the Canelo, yo, and I sent you a counterpunch. You heard?
Yeah, nah, I seen it.
Um, but yo, Canelo versus Crawford, man, on Netflix, that's probably the biggest real boxing fight to be like televised. What I mean by that is like Netflix has never had any real fights, and being as global as they are, man, this will break the internet, gang. As far as a real boxing fight, it's gonna break the internet. This is actually a good way to finally like actually get a return in investment because we know Big Bag Turk don't really care about no return, and I'm saying that's how big this shit's about to be. You actually about to get your return back. You feel me? So yeah, man, I'm hyped. This shit's about to be on Netflix. Like, hopefully, right? Because it's all speculation,
Yeah,
or is it
definitely
confirmed?
speculation at this point. I mean, we going off Errol Hawani, but he's not saying he was told by anyone.
Oh, okay, I got you. Um, yeah, man. Uh, look, you never know what happens in boxing, bro. Like after that roach shit, yo, what if Crawford beats Canelo? That'd be some crazy shit, bro. And for undisputed, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and for undisputed too, because when he gets past Skull, that would probably make Crawford the greatest ever. You feel me? Like I say that respectfully. Unpopular opinion, man. I don't
You
really
may
rank
feel like it's your
Ali number
time,
one. I think he kind of
but
overrated.
it's not your time.
Yo, Nest, hold that counter. You feel me? I gotta do something real quick.
All right,
I'll call back in.
you the man. Delo mio, Joe Pilot.
You hear me?
I do.
What's good, y'all, man?
What, you
Uh,
sick, fam? That's that winter shit over
nah,
there,
nah,
man.
I'm over here smoking. That's what it is.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, you already know. Turkey, you know why he went with Dana? because Dana, there's one thing we can say. He's cornered the market for mixed martial arts in America and really the world. Like, yeah, there's some like there's Rise and like one championship in Asia, but in most part, Dana's conquered the mixed martial arts world. When has Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn hasn't even conquered London. You know, Turkey's peep game. He's like, how can I go with Eddie Hearn? He hasn't even conquered London. How can he go with De La Hoya? How can I go with a promoter who got all his fighters stolen from him, from a ghost, from a guy that only Nestor seen in an elevator in a trench coat that no one has on the video? Uh, like it's just crazy. Like, of course, Turkey's into sports entertainment. That's what he's into. That's why he got into it with TKO. What is TKO with now? WWE, sports entertainment. Turkey's in here trying to just do big events, similar to what Triller wanted to do. I think he's just trying to get with Dana White to throw bigger events in America and turn a profit. Because he's only done one event here. He's about to throw the second one. And the first one, allegedly he lost a lot of money, and 10 million is still 10 million. I'm pretty sure these guys ain't trying to just be spending money here in venues in America to give Americans money. So Turkey's probably trying to turn a profit, going with Dana White. If things go smooth, he's cool. If things don't go smooth, Turkey's gonna do something else. He's gonna wake up and do the coalition of promoters and on some, I don't know. Turkey wakes up and he does whatever he wants. He got so many things going working for him. We don't even know what he's coming out to. But there's one thing that's crazy. Them Saudis failed in everything. They failed in golf. They try to do something in tennis. So I don't know, so they kind of been failing in all these sports. Like they signed Ronaldo, but like I haven't really heard of Ronaldo doing anything crazy over there. They started a baseball league that didn't do nothing. They had a whole bunch of retired old Dominicans over there hitting 500-foot home runs. Crazy, but at least they got a bag, right? Can't hate. But yeah, they basically failed in all the sports they try to do. So this is kind of like their last. Like everybody can, if you look into everything they tried, that live golf, the tennis. I mean, not tennis. They try to do a whole bunch of stuff, bro. But who knows? But yeah, and Canelo, man, good for Canelo to get this bag. Crawford getting this bag. Hopefully, all these guys get this bag. Oh yeah, Rolly and Ryan and all them guys. That's gonna be a good little scrap. Tio got the toughest test though because Barboza's looking game. Tio's out here, trying to go viral, man. I think it's like he's trying too hard to go viral, and it's not gonna go viral just because he's trying too hard. I think if he kind of chills down a little bit, I think he'll go viral because Tio can just make people hate him for no reason. I mean, not for no reason, for the things he say. And any word on that Tank? Did he get that loss, or is it still a draw, or are they just gonna keep that in review until we forget about it?
I don't think we've heard anything yet.
Okay, yeah. So they just waiting to us to forget about it. They waiting for something big to break, to keep that as a draw, and keep Tank a undefeated fighter. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. There's pretty much nothing else to say. And yeah, man, Turkey is whatever though. It's good. Turkey's giving out bags to boxers. Oh yeah, and that's now that I'm remembering. You stole my take with the Rayo thing. I told you they was trying to get that belt off of Rayo because he's unloyal to Jose. They seen the Benavides playing ball, and they seen this kid trying to get these managers from outside the family. Man, I've been told you. I'm like, bro, that boy's about to lose that belt. He's either gonna lose it in the ring or he's losing it in the cards. But it's crazy though. But that was the belt.
Yep.
Oh, all right. I'm out.
You may feel like it's your time,
but it
it's
ain't
not
your
your
time. We got Witty, $5. Jonas, Roach Fight Night Vlog. Willis is on talking before the fight. Grinning emoji. Julio Guzman, $5. Highest payout for the UFC event went to Brock Lesnar, $8 million. UFC doesn't pay like boxing. That's why UFC fighters try to cross over into boxing. We got Leonard Sterling, 5-pounder. Boxing Insider show most of the bouts, not many 10 and 12 round on card already planned watching. March 22nd for Nisa Rodriguez, $3. I look out for the guests. Nice. Mad Bet, $102. Daily Dose of Tanquil. Rolly beats Ryan. Tio smashing AB. Arnold Barboza.
Barboza.
We got. Go ahead.
No, with the comment with the pay in the UFC, but now Turkey doesn't fund the UFC. Turkey will be funding this league.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. So
yeah.
As far
Is
as
he
pay.
going? And you got to start a new league, so don't you got to offer good pay to get people to come rock with you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to make it enticing.
Who go? The Juice.
Yo, what's up, my brother?
What up?
Hey, bro. First of all, I want to ask you a question. What's up with other commercials on YouTube, my boy?
Talk to YouTube.
Oh man, trying to get a nigga in trouble at work, bro. Gotta keep going back to my phone to skip the thing. But anyways, yeah, man. Hey, yo, I think that the TKO thing. I think that they're gonna have what because there's already a boxing like company in the UFC Fight Pass. Have you ever? I'm sure you heard about it, right? Like 360 Promotions.
Yeah. That's Tom Lawfer. I've been
Yeah,
talking about them.
yes, sir. Shout out to Omar Trinidad right here from LA, man. You know, he's always putting up
Kane
good little
Sandoval fights
scraps.
on there a lot, and Callum Walsh.
Kalen Wash is one of their big prospects. You got Omar Trinidad. You got this other. You got Carlos Banderas. Have you ever heard of him?
My girl
He used to
fought
be
on
with
there too. Right hook Roxy.
Roxy. That Ryan walked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But and also to end that, I think Sergey Bohachek came out of there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, man, I was hearing your morning show over there at the workplace, and I feel like you're correct about PBC, man. You know, I don't think they fucking like that with the Latinos, and if they do, they like try to take their belts away, man. Let's not forget how they did that dude Brian Castaño, man. You remember that one, right? They took away his belt and they never called him back, man. What's up with that one?
Never called him back. Left that man
Called
stinking.
him back, and everyone knows that he won that first fight versus Charlo. We all know that, man. We all know he won the first fight. They gave it a draw, and then you know the next time they scrapped. Yeah, Charlo won, and they took away his belt, and they never called the dude back. Like what the hell?
Never.
That's crazy, my brother. But also, what's up with the Keith Thurman and the Brock Jarvis, man? You know, do you know if they're gonna be passing that out over here in the U.S.?
No, there's no. We still waiting to see, bro. There's been no mention, but someone said if they do, it's gonna be probably the Zone because right now it's just Fox Australia.
Hopefully, they do because I know that it's gonna be on this Wednesday coming up, and well, next Wednesday and 1 week from now, and man, it'll be cool to see it. But yeah, man, let's just make sure that we all tune in tomorrow to the Golden Boy Fight Night card with Gucci Flores. You know.
Yes, sir.
And they got Pacheco's brother up in that shit too. But all right, Ness, good looking, G.
That's tonight? Pacheco's brother?
No, that's
Oh.
no tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. He was fighting the Golden Boy. So,
Oh yeah.
he's gonna be,
The
yeah.
March 6th card.
But the weigh-ins were today, and he came in weighing 260, and he's fighting a dude of 190. Go look at the weigh-ins, bro. It's crazy work.
Yeah, Golden Boy diet, baby.
Yes, sir. All right, my brother.
All right. We got Brandon. Crypto Brandon, what up?
Hello?
What's
What up, Ness? Yo, that Border Wars that you had completely changed my mind on wanting to do it because when I saw it, I'm like, okay, this is like a friendly, like, community-driven boxing match, you know, friendly fight night. Like, I went to a fight night before, and it wasn't, like, friendly like that. I'm obviously fighting isn't friendly, but, you know, they weren't, like, cool with each other like this. So this was cool to see. Seemed like a very, you know, just pure fun entertainment type of fight, not, like, serious, you know, all-out bloodbath type stuff, but it can get that way if you want it to, you know what I mean? Because, like, considering you had, like, some pros people, you had some pros Then you had some people that just wanted to be in there and fight and do the thing. So that was cool to see because like there's two different sides of it. There's the hardcore, you know, crazy like sparring people that are very experienced. They're trying to get hurt, you know, all that stuff. And that's cool. But you know, it was cool to see that. So yeah, I do want to come to the next one. So that's why I messaged your channel. I was like, okay, let's go, wherever it's gonna be. I don't know if you said it's gonna be in Florida or it's gonna be Vegas, but whatever. Let's do it. You know what I mean? I'm serious. You feel me? But I gotta send you that footage. I'm gonna beat. You think is, I just found out about this new boxing gym. It's crazy because all I gotta do, they have open gyms on the weekends, and all it is $20, and it's open gym like from 7 to like 5 o'clock. Like I'm about to be in there like probably once a week, maybe twice a week. And they have like some like classes of like physical contact, which is basically sparring. I don't know if they need approval for it, but it's pretty cool because it's basically sparring, but you just pay for it. So that could be some footage I could send you, but I'm gonna send you the bag work first, and then yeah. But that's dope as hell.
Yo,
But
where's
yeah,
that
man.
gym? Where do you live at?
I live in Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah. And let Hamza know that he's gonna be my corner guy.
All right. Bet.
Alright? I
Salute.
select him as my corner guy. Tell him I'll pay him like $20, but he's got to be he's got to be motivating. When I watched him earlier, he seemed very motivating to me. So shoot, I'll go out there and fight. You know. But I'm thinking like, what do you like 2-minute rounds?
Yep.
You know what I mean? For 3 rounds, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 rounds, but
3.
whatever. 3 rounds is cool. 3 rounds is cool. 2 minutes, yeah, that's not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. 3 minutes, you could get tired easily. Being in there, constantly having your guard up, trying to swing whenever you need it, whenever you want, trying to hit the guy. You know, you're gonna get tired out. So 2 minutes, I think is perfectly fine. And having that rest in between, drinking that water, hydrating back up, and then fighting again. So 2 minutes, I think is perfect. And I feel like that's what
That's
I
the
was fighting
bell,
at.
player Himalaya.
It's not your time.
Yo,
Go ahead.
speaking of border wars, so I had to log off when you guys were talking about that spar between CYP and Javon. So is that finalized? Is that going to happen?
Javon tried to send the money, but the Cash App was acting up. He never sent it back, so I don't know. Once he locks it in, then it's locked in.
And that's the 15th, right?
Yes.
All right, all right. And you bringing border wars to Florida, right?
That's the goal. Waiting on Keem to Dream. Let me see if he
Yes,
out there
sir.
to feel the pressure. He not even in the chat. Yeah, waiting on Keem to Dream, man. He the man. He the man with the plan. We got, real quick, looks like we got a couple people we got to send a salute to. First is, okay, wrong page. Okay, now we got Gary Pryor sent his $25. And he is now in the running for the PS5 raffle. Remember, this is the studio PS5 I had here, the one we had in the studio. We're giving that to one of y'all since I don't play that shit. It's going to come with the Undisputed game. $25 gets you in the virtual raffle. We're going to be giving it out at the end of the month, so we're giving everybody an opportunity to join. $25 via Zelle. Only Zelle. No other forms of payment will be accepted. We'll get you in the runnings, and yeah, man, you win yourself a brand new PS5 for a measly $25. You know. So on that note, shout out to Gary Pryor, sent his 25, and Noel Mudo, and Try Lost Philly as well. So salute to you guys. You are now in the running for sure. And we're going to keep these phone lines moving. If you want to call in, you know what to do. Phone lines are open. We got a couple super chats as well we need to get to. Let me just double check here. All right. Looks like Dom B, member for 6 months on the prospect level. And he says, shit refreshed on me, my bad.
Dana said no more belts with 3 letters on them.
There you go. Mr. Perfect, $2. Wait, Thurman fighting on Tubi? 2 cringe emojis. You a hater. Price, $2. FYI, Ness, Kane Sandoval is out of Sacramento. Face with Hardin, out the nose, flex emoji, 100 emoji. We got Noah, $5. Ness, you tuning in to Pro Box TV this Saturday? Fire emoji. I'm rocking with them for real. Free fights on YouTube, and they had a title defense fight for Lamont Roach. Fire emoji. Yeah, isn't this week the Lester Martinez fight or no? Is it? Oh no, it's the Kamagai fight, right?
Yeah, the common guy. Didn't Lester Martinez get canceled?
I mean, I seen them still promoting it, so I thought they got rescheduled.
No, it's the common guy though this weekend. But
Yeah,
that's not
Polo
out-
Buck. All you got to do is join Discord, man. They gonna navigate you to that back call. People like James and others. We got Tavon Burns with the fat $20. Drop a bomb for the dub. And he said, counterpunch, your choice, TBV. Salute to you, champ. Salute to you. We gonna go with a counterpunch for my mans in Laugh Out Loud Pillow.
That's my man's in them. Yo, speaking
Yo,
of my man,
yo, yo.
Danny was at Times Square, right?
I don't know.
I think
What
he
up,
was.
Hangout
I think he
Spot?
put some video. My bad. Go ahead, caller. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you good? You good? It's all good. Shit, man. Turki Alalshikh at it again. Doing some big moves in the sport of boxing. Shit happens almost fucking every month. It's a new move by this man. But this shit with Dana White, I'm not digging it, bro. Like this is not the direction you want to go. Ness, you alluded to it earlier, which a lot of people didn't grasp onto it, but in reality, the demographics of UFC fans and boxing fans, it's a whole different demographic. That just is what it is, bro. Like a lot of my white homeboys, they ride dirt bikes and shit. They like UFC. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my black homeboys, my Mexican homeboys, they like boxing. And that's just how it goes, you know what I'm saying? And you got Conor McGregor, UFC, you know what I'm saying? You got I don't even fucking know what's that dude's name with the pink hair and shit? Random ass fucking corny ass dudes. Then you got you got them type of people, bro. And then you go boxing, you got Canelo, you got Bam, you got Crawford, you got Wilder. You know, you also got some dope ass white people too, Tyson, Plant, just to name a few. You know, but I don't really see how that's gonna work because honestly, Dana White's corny as fuck to me. Like the commentary, corny as fuck. How they promote their fighters, how they like push them to be like this animated character, corny as fuck. They got dudes with pink hair and shit, corny as fuck. So I mean, I'm glad that we're gonna get like better fights, but you know, at what cost, bro? Kind of throwing the sport. Like I don't know if these white people is they gonna really start fucking with boxing, you know? Just be real. Like, is they gonna turn into hardcore boxing fans? Or honestly, a lot of them, they like to see action. They like to see fucking blood and people getting elbowed and takedowns and shit like that. They like that. You know what I mean? It's part of the fighting style they like. They're not gonna no a lot of them don't like to see sweet science. Like, you know? So I just don't understand why he picked him. I hope they don't fucking colonize boxing too much, bro. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody when I say that, but I hope they don't do that shit, bro, because it's corny, you know?
Straight up, bro. That's the fucking shit that motherfuckers don't want to say. I'll say it. And that's the shit that I feared might happen because it's already happening with Turk a little bit. Like his press conferences, ass. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the fighters, they can't really be themselves because they in a whole different element. Trying to be on their best behavior, shit like that. My bad, I got a call. They be nervous, trying to be on their best behavior. The press conference is not the same as like a
You may feel
PBC
like it's your time,
where they just fucking Canelo
but it's
gets
not your
slapped and
time.
shit, fighters
That's
back
the bell,
playing. It's not the same.
That's the bell. We got James with a counter, courtesy of Tavon Burns.
That nigga said he had a call, but he wasn't really saying shit. What's up, goddamn hangout? What's up, Ness, man? What's good?
Shit, another day, another dollar.
I dig it. Yo, man, shout out to Justin Figueroa, man, Mr. Atlantic City, man. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy that I thought that name was in for Boots Ennis and not for him. Because Boots feels is more comfortable and safe space to fight at Atlantic City than in Wells Fargo, which is crazy. So I'm just saying. So Eddie Hearn must see the same thing, man. Atlantic City's a big draw. I guess that's the real A. It's better than Atlanta, man. Everybody get your tickets and run out to Atlantic City for Boots Ennis, man. It's gonna be a movie. Now onto Turki Alalshikh, man. I think it's bullshit, man. He really shit on all the sanctioning committees. Literally said at the conference that we ain't really acknowledging nothing else besides the Ring Magazine belt. And you doing this shit with Dana White. I mean, it's a fucking development league. We already get that shit when we see top ranked fights already. So what are they really gonna do different? I don't really think they're gonna do shit else except what? Just put the Turki Alalshikh brand on it, Riyadh season brand. And I mean, he already been giving us B-side B-side main events and shit. So it's nothing new. And what's the big announcement going to be September 12th if we getting Crawford and Canelo September 13th? What? He going to announce that we getting Bivol and Benavidez for the undisputed 175? Oh, wow, cool. That's big news. But, it is what it is. It's not big enough. Like, the person that he should have put in charge instead of Dana White should have been Lou DiBella. Lou DiBella, after he failed to make the big deal with AJ and Wilder, he showed that he could survive like a roach in the sport of boxing. He still got Broadway boxing, but still able to be part of, even on the losing side, of seeing the youngest undisputed champion, Devin Haney, kind of rise to the top. I mean, I think Lou has way more business acumen than probably Dana White. Dana White's in a bullshit market, in my opinion, but I'm not a fan of UFC, but I think Lou DiBella would have been better for boxing. Anyways, Ness, man, shout out to you. Shout out to Hangout, man. Y'all need to like and subscribe both of these guys' pages, even old videos and old shows and old shorts. And, man, hey, and shout out to Big Gucci, man, for getting his first short, man. He gonna watch that shit on repeat a million times. I catch y'all niggas on the next one. I'm out.
Salute, man.
I got a couple things I want to hear with you and the audience. This is another Errol Hawani clippy.
This is a deal between Saudi Arabia aligning forces with TKO. They already do business with the UFC. They already do business with WWE as well to completely change boxing. Make no mistake about it. It officially gets announced today, Wednesday, March 5th. We'll see when it actually kicks off, when the first event is. Boxing as we know it is going to change. And this very, very powerful entity is going to change boxing as we know it. What do I mean by that? What do I mean when I say boxing as we know it is going to change? Dana couldn't say it any clearer. People keep asking him about the model. They keep asking about, like, what is it going to look like? Well, first of all, it's going to look nothing like these other boxing promotions. They are not going to adhere to the old standards set in boxing. What do I mean by that? You know how, they were fighting for the WBA title on Saturday at Barclays? They ain't fighting for no WBA. They ain't fighting for no WBC. They ain't fighting for no IBF, WBO, none of that. They're going to create their own belt, their own rankings. They're not going to adhere to any of it. And they're essentially going to say, what are you going to do about it? What are you guys going to do about it? You're going to do nothing. And while we do that as well, we're also going to try to get rid of the Muhammad Ali Act, which came into play in 2000, which is supposed to, kind of protect the boxers, protect their rights, protect the ranking system, protect promotions from doing this, they're going to try to get rid of it as well. Now, even if they don't, it doesn't matter. No one. It's sort of in a much smaller way. It's sort of like these press conferences or these like mandatories that I keep talking about, and they say, well, this is how you always do it. This is how it's always been, and they're coming in and saying, to hell with that. Why?
I got one more for us to hear.
Things also. I said to you the Times Square in the 2nd of May, and there is small cards in the end of June in Alcatraz jail in San Francisco, and maybe me and
that's great.
Maybe me and Dana keep some promoter there.
Okay,
in the jail after the event.
Okay, all right. All right, let's go. Okay. All right, we appreciate it.
Who ruffled this man's feathers that he said he gonna do a deal in Alcatraz at the end of May, and him and Dana gonna leave some of the promoters in the cells, man?
Wow. You could tell Dana's like, yo, dude, man, cut it, man. Cut it. That's funny. That's funny.
I don't like that he chose Dana, man. Out of all the people in the world, you choose Dana, man.
Yeah, no, I know. And I get that. I get that whole thing. As far as Ariel Helwani, man, I guess we know who's going to be hosting press conferences for those events, right?
I mean, I don't know. I thought they said Dana and Ariel don't get along.
Well,
and Dana allegedly Dana didn't even want Ariel to get the job he got at ESPN or some shit like that. Like, that's how he got famous, is for coming at Dana. I'm not sure. I'm not into that. But I do got a real quick, once again, we just got another virtual raffle ticket from Elijah, Border Wars fighter Elijah. He zelled his $25 for the virtual raffle ticket to be included in the PS5 giveaway with the Undisputed game. $25 virtual raffle ticket gets you in the running. You do have to be a member, Elijah. You better be. You better be. Shout out to you, champ. We got Leonard Sterling with the 5-pounder. Lester Martinez, March 22nd. That card, Jamie, he meant to put Jasmine Artiga on, fighting for the WBA 115-pound title versus Regina Chavez, same day as the Boxing Insider event. He's right back at us with another 5-pounder. And he says, Thurman not having a U.S. TV platform is crazy. Thurman is still one of the biggest names in the PBC. Biggest names in the PBC got in their stable. Check my Triller, not there. Yeah, no, that's crazy, bro. Hopefully DAZN is picking it up, man. Hopefully DAZN. That's the words in the street down the Grapevine, that it might land on DAZN. We got Mr. Perfect. I got the highest viewed reel, $102. We got George in Dallas-Fort Worth with the fat $10. So happy Dana is joining boxing. He talks ish. Him and Oscar in Top Rank will go at it. He's good with Turkey, and he's the only man who can bring the president to boxing events. Man, get out of here. What's my man's name? The president, he likes boxing. It don't gotta be Turkey. It don't gotta be Turkey. Dom, counterpunch. Courtesy of Tervon Burns.
Yo, Ness, TBV, how we doing?
Straight.
Yeah, I feel as though we don't yet have enough information to properly, determine whether this is good, whether it's bad. I don't know when we'll have enough information, but if I had to speculate, I think it's a lot of overreacting going on. It seems like Turkey is just continuing to expand his portfolio in boxing. And as it stands now, he has a 3-pronged stake in boxing. First, he had Riyadh season. Then he went to the ring. And now he has TKO/UFC. I'm failing to see what's so upsetting about this. Is it just people's disdain for the UFC, for Dana White? I really don't understand what makes this so drastic. I know Ariel presented it like a huge monumental thing, but to me, I think this can sort of exist separate. You know, I feel as though boxing of what we're used to can remain, and um, like Ariel sort of said, it's up to the boxing current state of boxing to react. And if they don't react, well, maybe we will see this become bigger and the only or sole entity in boxing. But let's be real, if that happens, that's a complete failure on the boxing that we know. If they were to allow that, that's a complete failure. To me, it just sounds like an emphasis maybe on finding young talent, piling them into like one league, and allowing the chance to properly market these athletes in more based ways. You know how UFC sort of does their rankings. Why not boxing? I mean, boxing, we're supposed to use rankings anyway, but the way these sanctioning bodies avoid, these rankings and uniformity, especially while working with each other, I think it's just got a lot of you boxing hardcore scared. I mean, with this model, the days of inactivity, narratives, politics, and money motivators will mean a lot less, if not be, significantly reduced or hopefully eliminated completely. Instead, the fights will be made hopefully based off the fighters standing among their peers in totality, not within each belt. And fighters will hop around and, try to maneuver as best as they can. We know what it is, and this should eliminate a lot of that. I think strictly boxing heads are afraid or have never experienced consistent linear paths to greatness, for a champion to become champion. And this looks to be just a chance or maybe a try to establish that in boxing. And I see nothing wrong with that. Sure, the way it was announced is a little suspect, with how Turkey is a little aggressive with announcing this endeavor. And of course, Dana White, I understand he's sort of on the opposite end of the football field for fighting. But I think boxing fans should just, settle down a little bit, look at it without the names attached to it, and look at it from an approach, way. And I don't think there's much to complain about as of now. As in theory, this should work and it should grow the sport. And if you don't like it, stick to watching the WBC, WBA, like Dana said, 3-letter boxers. But that's it for me. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
All right.
I think that was a great call, Ness. Shout out to you, Dom. I agree, man. I agree. Turkey was a little overbearing with the way it was announced, but we got to let it play out, man. But my biggest fear, talking about this super chat, is him, Oscar, and Top Rank will go at it. Well, how is that going to be good for the league? These guys, if it's going to work, they got to play nice.
I mean, truthfully, it ain't going to be good, but at the same time, Oscar and those guys can't really compete, right? What are they going to do? Try to go dollar for dollar, outprice themselves? They can't compete. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you, but I guess my point is they gotta learn to play nice in the sandbox, man, because there has to be cross promotions. Like Turkey has proved that he can work with the other promoters. Dana White has to prove that he can do that as well.
Real quick, shout out to Mozzie. Sent his $25 Zelle to buy a virtual raffle ticket for the PS5. That's going to come with the Undisputed game. Plus, he sent in a counter. Mozzie, what it do?
Mozzie.
What up?
What up? What up?
What
Chillin',
up?
we hear you.
Johnny, what's the word, brother?
Chilling, brother.
I'm agreeing with you on this, man. I'm like kind of excited. You know what I'm saying? And I think everything can coexist, Ness. Like Johnny was just saying, man. If you like that product, I mean the last caller, if you like that, the old model product, and I won't even call it old model. It's just like, if you like the sanctioning bodies and want to continue to watch, those fights, then you can. And you want to watch the new whatever they got going on at TKO, you can. I think they're just separate entities. Like Ariel was saying, they're gonna have their own rankings, their own belts. It's just like what is that? Combat League. You got Combat League, you got Overtime Boxing, you got all these other boxing leagues that do, whatever they want and however they want to do things. It's just something else to watch. You know what I mean? And I can't get enough of the fights, man. I can't I watch, I watch UFC too, so I'm not a crazy big fan of Dana, but the man knows he knows what his business model. Then you got Turkey, you got the money, and then Khan is a great dude, and he's a great he's a great business mind. So I think they just gonna put together a different product for a different audience to watch. You know what I mean? If you just you don't have to watch it if you don't want to watch it. I think a lot of boxers are still gonna be traditional and stay where they are. I think these guys at TKO are going to try to develop new stars, and it's just going to be something else to watch. I don't think this is something that everybody should get too worked up about. I don't think it's really going to change anything, really. It's just going to be their own product. I know people don't like Dana White, but I was looking up some numbers, and ESPN paid UFC for the 5-year contract they got at ESPN. It was 1.5 billion. In 2024. UFC they brought in 1.4 billion dollars worth of revenue, and the overhead on that was only 800 million. So they made about 650 million dollars worth of profit last year. You know what I mean? So I think that would have a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? They're probably pulling that in every year too. So Dana White knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like him or not, and so does Tony Khan. And Turki Alalshikh, he's new to the game, and he got the money to do what he wants to do. So that's what he's doing. I think he teamed up with two guys that'll you know help him profit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the fights that he's had, yeah, he's been putting on big cards, but it don't really seem like they've been profiting a lot. So I think he brought these guys in to help him profit. And with Tony Khan, it's going to be production is going to be A1. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have great production. So it's just gonna be something good to watch. I mean, you know what I mean? And they might do some cross promotion. Like Johnny was saying, Turkey's proved that he can, work with other promoters and do some cross promotion. So, we might see some cross promo fights, but I really think they just making their own product. And when they say, oh, we're gonna change boxing and stuff like that, it's just they feel like more people are gonna gravitate to them and watch their product instead of watching the old product. And people are gonna want their way of doing things to be like all of boxing, but they can't control all of boxing. Some fighters are gonna stay where they are, and some fighters are gonna come over here, and it's just another outlet for boxers that are up and coming to showcase their skill. It's no different from what MVP is doing, and KSI got that league out there in the UK. I mean, we don't watch that, but I just think it's a separate entity, man. But that's all I got, man. Shout out to y'all, and I'm still listening, man.
Yeah, I'm with Dana. I'm with Tip, man. We don't give a fuck about Dana, man.
Oh yeah, how am I gonna get that raffle ticket before I go? Or you?
Yeah,
How you
nah,
doing
it's
that?
just I got your name and I'll put
Okay,
it in the
cool.
will as always. And on the
All right,
last day of
bet.
the month, we're gonna pick that winner and ship him on out. We got Big Gucci with the counter. What up?
Yo, what up, gang?
We
You.
Bro,
hear you.
uh, yo, Benitez funny as hell, man. He had me dying, bro. Talking about I'm about to watch that short Mad Times when I had already watched it Mad Times before he said that. That's why I was dying, bro. Shout out Benitez, man. Yo, Hangout Spot is like the TBV after party, man. We lit at John's house at the TBV, man. Shout out to John. Everybody should head over later. Um, yo, as much sense as Mozzie's call made, yo, forget my first call, man. I take back what I said. Dana and Snake, man, he trying to slither into boxing, man. Trying to repel some of that backlash for paying the MMA fighters peanuts, man. Even though Dana was involved in boxing before the MMA business, he always looked bad for paying the UFC fighters in acorns, man. I was thinking about it. and maybe he just want to have like some crossover fights with his big UFC names, man, to try to get him a shortcut in the boxing rankings, man. I don't know, bro. It's a deeper, darker criminal link, man. Must get the highest energy, for real, for real. Dana kind of corny, man. A few calls ago, I felt that dude's call, man. I don't remember his name, Ness. He made hella sense though. Man, who the fuck was that? I think it might have been Pillow. I gotta listen to the playback, man. But yeah, man, he was right. But nah, I have always hated the UFC, because they always take a little bit of light from boxing, man. And there's always an issue if there's a big fight close proximity to each other, man. Which one's gonna affect which as far as revenue and shit. Um, but yeah, man, seems like now they are in our yard, man. John, how you feel about that, man? They in our yard, bro. Uh,
Word.
what you think gonna happen, man? What are your thoughts on this, bro?
Say that again, Gucci.
I mean, Dana getting involved in boxing, man. How you feel about that? Because I had to think about it honestly. Because my first call, I was with it, but now that I really think about it, man, I don't really know how I feel about it, bro. What you think?
Listen, at first, yeah, would it be ideal? Would it be better? Would we, or let me rephrase this. Would we feel more comfortable if it were boxing people, right? Promoters, executives that were involved in it? Absolutely. Absolutely. But like I told Ness, you got to look at what they want him to do, right? They want him to be able to be this commissioner. And he has that experience and that track record. He's done that in the UFC. So, to use my analogy earlier, if you are an owner of a football team and you're looking to hire a defensive minded coach because your identity, your best players on defense, you're going to try to get the best defensive coordinator out there. So I think that's the reason why he made the decision, and that's the reason why today I'm okay with it. I wouldn't say I'm okay with it, but I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm willing to give it a chance, if that makes sense.
I hear you. I hear you. Bad girl TKO. James got a king counter. Laugh out loud. Pillow got a regular counter, but let them hate. Let them hate all they want.
Contact and in fact, the style of
Shit. That's not ladies first. This what the fuck?
What are you playing?
Track after track, waiting for the climax. When I get there, that's when I text the next man.
Why I thought this was ladies first? I literally searched it as ladies first. I was making this whole thing, and I was gonna play that and let her cut the line, and somehow that's Queen Latifah. What up, bad girl TKO? It ain't work out, man. We tried. Gotta unmute. Gotta unmute. Gotta.
Hello?
There you go.
There we go.
Well, that was sweet of you to put ladies first on there. Thank you for that, but not needed. But thank you. I'm with you. I'm with you on the whole. Like, I don't watch UFC, and honestly, it's not so much as that I am like a pure boxing fan because I am. But the thing is that there's nothing pulling me in. There's no people. There's no one. That there's like no story. I kind of was a little bit interested when Ronda was fighting, but that's because there was a lot of buzz, and Ronda actually got out there and spoke. She was like in your face. So if there was anything, like Ronda kind of made it so you were a little bit interested in to see or to watch her fight. But anyway, and even then, I never paid for one of her fights, or I mostly saw clips. But in my opinion, all this time, I always thought that Turkey was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, I never trusted him. Like, all of a sudden, there's this guy who has a shit ton of money, can just throw it and do whatever he wants. And imagine that kind of power to be able to just sway people and just say, here you go. And at the moment in time, like, he's not even trying to make money. He's just trying to get out there, get his name out there, get popularity, get acclimated into the audience and get people to get behind him. And then now he teams up with Dana, who's like, in truth, I wouldn't mind so much that he teams up with Dana, but we know what Dana's model is. So why would he go with Dana? There's a reason why he went with Dana. There's a model that he has, and that's the thing about boxing. What I like is it's a mom and pop's business. Like literally, like you guys are doing like border wars, right? Like you guys could do that in the amateurs and like be able to like do a fight within a certain kind of rules and then follow those rules. Boxing has rules, but what they want to do is something that's outside of that, and they want to basically do more like celebrity fighting. Like that's what I'm thinking that it's going to be. And he probably will change it. He probably will do another Times Square and do another fight in some other amazing location, and that's probably what it's going to be. And that's what's going to get people to watch. And that's more or less what it is. It's more of an entertainment thing. I'm assuming try to get UFC fighters to fight with boxers, but I mean, it's not boxing, but it's more of a a dog and pony show. So I don't know if you're into that, cool, but it kind of goes it goes away from like the beauty of what boxing is, in my opinion, truly, because then it's just a fucking concert. You're paying a ticket to watch some show. What essentially pro boxing is, but not really, because there's still rules. So anyway, but I listen every day now, so it's I don't call in, I don't chime in all the time, but I listen. I listen all the time. So
You the champ. James Benitez, King Counter.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Ness.
We hear
We
you.
hear you.
Ness, you hear me?
We do. That's that
Yeah.
Atlanta internet. You driving through the forest. Driving through the forest with your King Counter.
He got cut off.
Oh, he said that was ladies first. I guess I had the rap part, not the hook. I needed the hook. Ooh, ladies first, ladies. That's what I thought I was gonna play for her. Laugh out loud pillow counter.
Yeah.
Yo.
All right. So I had to smoke on it, bro. I had to smoke on it. And I still feel the same way, but I gotta say it in a way that's more understandable. Like the real ones, they felt it, but still. So I thought about it, and it's like Dana White and Turkey, they always want to put themselves above the fighter. Like doesn't matter what. You know what I mean? Like when you think of UFC, you damn near think first of Dana before you
Word.
think of almost any fighter besides maybe McGregor, maybe John Jones, but damn near you think of Dana first. You know what I'm saying? And when you think of the fights like Riyadh season, first person Turkey, it's not even though we had big fights like the Usyk and Fury, big ass fights out there, but the first person you still think about is Turk, and he's always front row in the crowd trying to be seen, and like same thing with Dana, like he's always trying to put himself out there before the fighters and like just keep that dominance over all that shit, which I respect, which is his company and shit. But in the sport of boxing, bro, we all fucking dominant kings, bro. Like, and when you kind of suppress that energy and don't let the fighters do it for themselves, like it kind of kills it, bro. You know what I mean? It kind of kills the whole energy of it, and that's just what I'm scared of with this shit, because they're making it more so just about the fight, like for example, like sock and robots, like they're making it seem like everybody's just a sock and robot, and they're leaving out the part that we really fuck with these people. You know what I'm saying? Um, we really get behind these fighters, and we really love boxing. Whether you hate them or you love them, whether you hate Tank or you love Canelo, he's just still part of your life. Like from when he came up, from all that shit. So it's just if you make them into like sock and robots, where it's just Turkey and Dana White, fucking, this is the show, let's go fighting, like some shit like that. You risk the risk of kind of losing a lot of people who are not really interested in that type of vibe. That's what I mean. I didn't really mean by demographic, but the type of vibe, right? Because all demographics of people watch both sports, and we relate to it differently. So Yeah, I don't know if they're just trying to get more of like the casual person, the every regular day person that goes to eat at Applebee's and wants to sit down and watch a fight, Buffalo Wild Wings, and then they get them into boxing. Maybe that's what
I
they're
mean
looking towards.
that's what I am looking forward to, right? Like I hate fucking going to Applebee's and we don't have boxing on.
Right. So that would be cool if there's like a more of a mainstream type of boxing league where it's just kind of for fun type shit. But I just I don't know how it's gonna put the fighters put pressure on them to join, or how that's gonna go. Cause I know people like
You may feel like it's your
there's gonna
time,
be. Oh, that's my call.
but
Though.
it's
That's
not
my
your
call.
time.
You the man, champ. You the man.
That does make sense because now that you think about it, there's a rooftop bar that we go to quite often, and I remember the last time I was there was boxing, but they were showing some MMA, and I had to tell the bartender, like, yo, can you change that TV? There's actually I'd like to see boxing on there.
Bro, in the
So I guess
stadium
that makes
club.
sense, man. In the stadium club.
In the stadium club, they always playing fucking UFC, and I'm like, can you change that? And the waitress is like, oh, I was watching it. I'm like, wait, you watching that?
That
She's
shit
like,
is not.
yeah. And me and Danny had a full-blown conversation because I wanted to do research. Like, why is this hot waitress care about this shit? I don't understand it. But it's like I said, it's a whole different demographic. Because she was a white, waitress. It's a whole different demographic. But let's see what they do. Maybe they can intertwine us and make boxing big again.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. Because at the end of the day, I'm a boxing fan. Yo, I was thinking about it though, man. I'm analyzing here and I'm listening to the calls, man. It makes perfect sense for Turkey to hire Dana because really think about it, personality wise, they see it's almost like they see shit from the same lens. Like haven't we had
In what way?
people that because Turkey is more like this, people have called him like this dictator type person, right? Remember the negotiations with Canelo, why Canelo didn't want to fuck with him.
Yeah.
Like kind of we got to do shit on my terms or else we don't do business. I've seen clips of Dana White, like I told you, where fighters have said, nah, I don't want to fight this guy. And then all of a sudden they interview Dana White. He's like, nah, he's fighting him. So it would make perfect sense. I mean, it would make perfect sense. I just think that they're clone. That's just my opinion. I might be over analyzing it, but yeah, that's how I see it, man.
Mr. Excuse me. Mr. Rocket, if TKO Monopoly is successful, that would be the end of the culture and traditions that make it great. Boxing is special because of its independence. Man, look, y'all gotta stop being scared. I'm not saying this is good. I don't know what it is, and I'm waiting to see what it is. But at the same time, we've been begging for like a centralized commission that can supersede everything, So we gotta just like Johnny said, we gotta wait and see what they do, see what they are. Mad Bet $102, deeper criminal link. Turkey and Dana getting at Ness soon.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a little bit of structure. And we can't be afraid of it, man. We live in a world of evolution, man. Structure, a little bit of structure might do boxing
Definitely want some structure, bro. If this brings that, I want it. Luis Sevilla, I think I said that right. $5. TKO is going to make a profit by using the UFC model and not paying fighters what they deserve. Look at Francis. He left the UFC to get the biggest purse. He did. Counterpunch, Tip Bellis, not before the king counterpunch of James Benitez.
But Turkey's not cutting the checks in the UFC. He'll be cutting the checks here.
Word.
It's different. We got Ryan up in the building, Ness.
That's good.
Boxing talk up north. James in Atlanta. We hear you.
All All right, cool, man. Look, man, like the only reason why we even tolerate Turkey Alalshikh in the beginning and everything, because he came into sport doing this fake Make-A-Wish Foundation and everything, saying that he was sick on his deathbed, that he really wanted to see certain fights be made in the sport of boxing. Then it turned out to he's 100% healthy, whoop-de-whoop, and all of a sudden, you know, he's saying he want this person, this person, this person. These motherfuckers saying no, he throwing fits. Man, Turkey's full of shit, man. Like with the TKO boxing, from what I hear, with it being a development league, is no different than what we getting from dang on Pro Box. So you telling me that his direct competitor and he gonna do these big fights, and it sounds like he coming out with a Pro Box league? Like, come on, man, stop the bullshit, man. You're not gonna attract the biggest stars of sports right now. It's gonna take you so long to develop these high level fighters and everything to become household names. Or what you gonna do differently? You're gonna make these guys fight what, every 60 days? Try to make them fight 5 times a year or some shit like that, like then try to force feed them us. Nah, it's not going to work because we're going to know the talent level is not what it is. So PBC still going to be better, Top Rank still going to be better, the Zone still going to be better, and what they're going to do. I mean, I don't even think you think Turkey Alalshikh is going to be able to draw these Olympians and these other guys. What's up? Can you hear me?
I hear you.
No, go ahead. You wanted to chime in. I want you to chime in before you forget, cause I know how you do.
No. That was me doing research in the back. A video played.
Okay. Damn, man, you fucked up my thought process. Anyways, man, shout out to Bad Girl TKO and everything. Ness, give this other half of the counter to her. Also, Ness, man, I was thinking, man, because I need to be motivated in 2026, and since I'm on this weight loss journey right now, I'll probably be at a low 200 for real. No bullshit, man. So
stop capping, man. You was any bit of 280 when I saw you Saturday.
That's a motherfucking lie right there. And you know what's craziness, man? You know what? You got it, my nigga. Ness, I'll say this. You got
How
it.
much you weigh? Because Super Max looks smaller than you in the face-off.
Nigga, I'm 5'7", nigga. So what you think, man? I'm goddamn 259. What you mean, nigga? I've been working hard.
You ain't gonna lose 60 pounds. When you say you lose, when you by when you gonna be 200?
I'm on a fast right now. I'm on a fast.
But how long?
Let's say early 2026. Early 2026.
Oh, you talking about next year? Next year.
So that's 9 months.
Yeah, nah. You can do it in a year.
Yeah. Next year. Yeah, next year for sure. So I'm about to say, with that being said, man, I mean, we got one of the biggest talkers in the game. Hey, CYP, hit my cash app. But also, I wouldn't mind getting a ring with CYP, man, because I need to be motivated in life to do some shit.
Hey, yo, you too?
So
hey, yo, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Everybody want to fight CYP now.
Nah, man. I need to be motivated. I need to be on the big stage. So, hey man, so CYP, I'll fuck with you, man, but yo, hey man, I just want you to be great, man. So let's do it, man. Let me keep me off the couch. I'll holler at you, Ness. Peace.
Take that Max fight, man. Stop ducking Max, man. Give the community what they want. CYP gave the community what they want. You give us what we want. Super Max versus James, man. Big Super Max.
Calling out CYP now. It's crazy.
They nasty, bro. They just trolling him, bro. They just trolling him. That's what they doing. They trolling him, you know, because they know he gonna get mad. They know he gonna get mad.
Yo, CYP gotta stop some shit, man. yeah, I'm telling you. You gotta put all these dudes back in their place.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yo, Dana White in the boxing now, and that's like, you like that?
Nah, man. I just seen a rumor. I am hating. I just seen a rumor about what's my man name? Alexander Usyk and Alex Pereira. I don't like that. Like, why he gotta fight him? Like, we don't need that shit.
Nah, we don't need that. I thought Usyk said he wanted to fight him or something like that.
I wouldn't care if it was Usyk, Turkey, Dana. We don't need that shit.
I thought you liked it when we beat up on them guys, man.
I mean, you is right, bro. Thanks for reminding me, man. And Usyk ain't losing, man. You is right. We gonna fuck up an MMA guy. You right.
They ain't nothing to prove no more. We always beat up on their guys. Like, we don't need to see that.
That is true. They don't. I mean, the only win they got was over old ass James Toney and shit. Fucking cheaters.
But he went in the cage. Yeah, James did the opposite. He went in the cage.
Yeah, they set him up. Tip with the counter.
It's good tip.
Yo,
Yo,
what it do, Ryan? What it do?
what up?
Yeah, man, I'm
Good
just here
man.
on my campaign shit, man. 'Cause, we over here celebrating his dictatorship, Turkey Alalshikh, man. And it's crazy.
Dictatorship.
Like we keep saying this dude, is good for boxing, along with Dana. Like, ain't these
You
the
sounding
two
like
dudes that
Optimus.
stop like some of the
Yeah, you sounding like Optimus Prime, man. You in a bad
kind
service area. You might
of
need to hang up,
hear me
come
now?
back
Can
in.
you hear
No,
me
no,
now?
no, no, no. We don't. We don't. It sound bad.
Well, you cat, man. You cat. Listen.
All right.
Yeah, man. But
Now it's
yeah,
clear.
like, why do we need Prime Minister Dana White and his dictatorship Turkey Alalshikh to run to come in here and ruin boxing the way they are, bro? Like, let's not act like these two dudes alone didn't stop some of the biggest crossover fights will ever happening in the sport. Like, the nigga literally just stopped Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez from happening, bro. Like, we all know how big of a fight that is in the sport of boxing, bro. Regardless if you know what I'm saying? Next, come on, bro. If Jake Paul just did 50 million on fucking Netflix with Mike Tyson, just imagine what he would have done with a prime Canelo, bro. That's household records that the UFC can't even match. And Turkey Alalshikh got in the way of that shit. Then you got Dana White, who's stopping his fighters from even coming over and crossing over with some of the biggest stars in the sport of boxing. Like, these dudes don't know how to create names of stars, man. You know what I'm saying? And they want to keep all the money for themselves inside their own realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just nasty, bro. It's nasty. It's completely disgusting, bro. Honestly. And you got this dude, Turkey Alalshikh, man. He want to keep talking about, oh, I don't like circus fights, but yeah, we got to do moving up 3 whole fucking weight classes, and you're promoting this shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. After we done seen this shit multiple times. Like, come on, bro. I guess, bro. I guess, man. But this is what y'all want. This is what y'all want in the sport of boxing, man. Y'all want to be ran by a dictatorship. You want to lap dance for the Turk, work for the Turk, all that shit, bro. Y'all are disgusted, man. You dudes is really, and I keep saying it. A lot of you dudes is UFC fans, and you undercover on the boxing channel. Like, you undercover spies on the boxing channel, but you really UFC fans. Like, that's our problem. Y'all need to go back to where you came from and take Ariel Hawan, whatever the fuck his name is. Take that nigga with y'all, cause this dude is crazy. Like, Ness, you need to play that interview again. Like, just look at how he reacted when he said, "Yeah, they gonna take away the Muhammad Ali act." Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, that nigga seems so joyous that boxers is about to get robbed out here. Well, how do you show that type of energy? Like, it's nasty, man. But hey, bro, shout out to his dictatorship, man. Shout out to his dictatorship. Uh, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Welcome back, Don. And yo, where my man Cliff at, man? Cliff, where you at, bro? Where you at, Cliff?
Yo, we need Cliff back for real.
Nah, Cliff came back.
Yeah,
Oh
Cliff
shoot.
called in
Cliff is in the
yesterday,
building.
yo. He said now that border
Okay.
war's over, he called in. I got New York Bullet $2.
Oh damn, stop. Yeah.
Nah, he did say that.
No way.
Yeah, he said he couldn't deal with the chat. It was too toxic. People be
What's wrong
picking
with y'all,
sides.
man?
I mean, look, CYP be flipping out too over the chat, bro. Like,
this
Yeah.
chat, Ryan. This
they
chat
be
is
chat.
brutal.
The chat be
Hey,
chatting
bro.
and the chat be chatting and don't want to fight. That's the thing.
I was gonna say that, but nobody want to fight, bro. So I
Bro,
mean,
because that's their
it's all
job.
talk.
They
It's all
job is
talk.
the troll, bro. That's why I be telling you. I can't fall for that shit, bro.
Word. But what
That
Tip was
was
saying, like, the guys can't get screwed, man. It's like what Jay-Z said, you need lawyers like shooters, bro. You need the lawyers, man, to look over these contracts. You can't miss a damn word.
mm.
End up like T.O.
So UFC in Sydney announced gates 7 million, 7.6 million.
So that's the
Announced
fight they got
attendance.
coming up.
Yo, that's crazy. So they charging more than like, cause you remember these dudes don't got names. Like, damn.
Oh yeah, UFC tickets ain't cheap at all. They
Holy
stupid.
shit, bro. The gate was 10 million on this other UFC 311 in Inglewood. Up to no good. Yo, they doing that type of money off of 18,000 seats. The last one I said was 7.6 off of 18,000. This one, and that was UFC 312. UFC 311 was 10 million over 18,000.
And we out here saying that business model don't work.
Bruh, first of all, I never said it don't work. I keep
That
telling
shit
you,
was-
it's
no,
a different
I'm not saying you, I'm
demographic.
saying in general. I'm
It's
general.
a different demographic. It's a different demographic. A different
The only-
demographic.
the only
You
thing
got
that's
you
younger.
got Budweiser drinkers there. We got Modelo drinkers and Corona and Heineken drinkers at boxing fights,
You're
bruh.
not even seeing the play. Y'all not even seeing the play.
What's the play? What's the play? What's the play?
You know who Turkey got beef with? My man Gary Joner. Gary Jonas.
Yeah, you trying to take him out, eh?
He can't take out. You can't take out somebody that got a network.
Oh, wait, hold on. Gary Jonas' model, which he revealed on this great platform, was I want people that knock people out. That's how I matchmake. Turki Alalshikh watched this show and said, okay, I'm going to get the money and matchmake all people that knock people out and that different demographic, what they like.
Hey man, hey, look. We know boxing, they don't. Okay, let me repeat that. We know boxing, they don't. Let's wait and see who they hire as they matchmaker. For all we know, they could have shitty fights. You know, you need to have a good matchmaker in order to make good
I'm
fights.
telling you, they can't book a whole bunch of Rigondaus. It got to be.
Yo, trust
I
me.
mean, you see how people love Abdullah Mason, who did that? Top rank. You see how people love Tank, who did that? PBC.
Ryan, watch their first fight be.
Abdullah Mason will be fighting prospects for the next 2 years, and we'll still be calling him prospect of the year.
Nah, Abdullah about to cook Giovanni.
Y'all not seeing the play, bro. The first fight is going to be Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Francis Ngannou.
What?
Yo,
Ngannou ain't even with the UFC no
might
more.
be. Hey, but Turki Alalshikh making them calls.
Then Turkey gave Ngannou the bag, right?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, yeah. Ngannou Wilder, somebody going to sleep. That's a great way to have my company start out.
Hell yeah.
Great.
We gotta hope it's Wilder putting him to sleep because we can't have Wilder going out there and losing now.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
I think Wilder put him to sleep, man.
I
don't know, man. Wilder need a tune-up. He ain't even take the Curtis Harper tune-up. New York Bullet. Look up Ray Mercer versus Tim Silver. $2 super chat. Boxing glove emoji. It better not be no MMA. Tado 240 member for 12 months on the contender level. Salute, champ. You made a year rocking out with us. He says, my ex from New Jersey and loved the violence in the UFC. Women love violence, and you get that with MMA. Hashtag tree is me. Okay. Oz peeking out the clouds of Hardin smoke. Yo, I wonder if that's it because again, like this girl at the stadium club, she was talking like that, and she was the fucking waitress there. Like, I'm like, I ain't understand it for real. Mr. Rockets with the fat $10 super chat. Structure would be good if it was governed by a boxing guy, not by Dana, who openly hates boxing culture like fighters having sponsors, special walkouts, unifying belts, everything that makes it unique.
Yo, speaking of the stadium club, if y'all do Border Wars in Florida, that has to be the after party right there.
Word. Without a doubt.
Yeah, that'll be lit.
Yo, I'm trying to get Border Wars in Caribbean Royale, whether it's inside or even on the tennis courts that they got out there. You ever been to the tennis courts?
I've seen them, yeah.
What,
yeah.
man? I'll do that shit there depending on the right weather. Outdoor stadium. Let's go. I got a counterpunch from Mozzie. That's number dose. What up?
Yo.
What up?
Shit, man. I told you, you know, that rumor about Usyk wanting to fight Pereira, that came out like a month ago. And I meant to bring that up to you, Ness. I told you, man, Jake Paul should have hopped on that fight, man. Jake Paul he missed out on the bag, man. That was his fight. I told you. I said, don't worry about Conor McGregor. Nobody's worried about Conor McGregor no more, man. Alex Pereira is the biggest draw in UFC right now. And if Usyk take that fight and knock him out, he's lit. He already lit, but he's super lit if he come in there and knock Alex Pereira out, man. Because Alex Pereira been knocking shit out in the UFC. Everybody out. You know what I mean? So I was telling you that before, man. Jake Paul should have took that fight. That's a fight for Jake Paul, and that's a fight Jake Paul could have won too. I feel like he would have beat Pereira. He probably would have knocked him out. You know what I mean? But he slept on that, man. He slept on that, man. Tip Bayless, man. You wildin', bro. You wildin'. You know what we want for the sport of boxing, Tip? We want you to get in there with Lobos. That's what we want. We want Tip Bayless versus Lobos at the next Border Wars. That's what we want for the sport of boxing. You know what I
That ain't no
mean?
problem. That ain't no
Make
problem.
that fight happen. Tone, what's popping?
What up? What up?
I ain't even know my nigga Tone was on. What's good, B? What's good?
We chilling, man. Yeah, Tip ready, bro.
Yeah.
Tip ready.
He ready? We making it happen?
Yeah, we ready. Main event Tip.
I spoke to Lobos, man. I spoke to Lobos. He in the gym, man. He in the gym. You know what I mean? He in the gym right now. He said he was getting right
but
back in the gym.
Tip was sparring some pros the other day or yesterday or something like that. I'm pretty sure he was sparring some pros yesterday, according to him, if he ain't capping.
That's gonna be a good fight right there, man. That's gonna be a good fight right there, man. I'm pulling up for that. We do that in Florida. I'm pulling up for that. I'm definitely. So what we looking like this summer? Hopefully.
I mean, again, everything is dependent on Keem and what he plans on doing. I'm hoping we could do June, July, something like that. I'm waiting on Gvon. He tried to send the Cash App, but obviously, my shit be tripping, so it returned it back. I could see it there. I'm gonna actually screen share. Let me make sure this ain't giving out none of his info. But look, like I said, he sent it, but it ain't go through, so he got to resend it, and then we could get the CYP thing on March 15th, and just wait on Keem. He taking his long ass vacation.
I just know Florida is lit, man. I need a reason to get back down there. That'd be nice right there. Get me down there in Florida, so I can rent me out one of them little houses with the pool in it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Get one of those. You feel me? Get me something nice to ride in. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward. But yeah, man, I'm going in the gym right now, man. I'm about to get on this push-up app. Where you at, Ness? Come on, man. Stop playing. Come on, man.
I do mine before the night over. I gets it in last minute.
All right. I'm about to do my 300, man.
Damn. All
Yeah,
right.
300 a day.
We got CYP.
Hey, you. Win the interview.
Yo. You got to talk to CYP, bro. I'm ready, bro.
Now we're gonna get that probably popping tomorrow. I'm trying to, man, it's raining out this motherfucker. Shit crazy. Hey, but we gotta get to business. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Because some of y'all ain't insiders on shit. All you do is complain every fucking day. But white people don't really fuck with Indians, man. But they do fuck with Dana White. So Sheik has to find a middleman that can connect him to that population that spends all that money and gets you all them views and owns all them businesses. How does he do that? He goes and finds a dude that they fuck with. It's Dana White. A dude who thinks just like him. See, y'all don't know that shit. He's the plug for him to do what he do, just like Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Some of y'all don't understand that shit. What is Donald Trump? He loves billionaires. Who's he have next to him? The richest man in the fucking world. Some of y'all, man, but I'm shooting too much game. Let me be the fuck quiet and get back to dumb down boxing talk. Secondly, this King A-side shit is funny as fuck. Every single person I asked them today, I said, hey, do you know the name of my opponent? They'd be like, no. And they just laugh. Don't nobody, nigga. And I can guarantee you this. My shit versus Gvon, the stalker, that will do more motherfucking views than Border Wars without CYP. I guarantee that. So CYP will always hold the title for most viewed everything in this motherfucker, no matter how much y'all niggas hate it. Don't nobody give a fuck about y'all. They care about me, and I'm tired of being nice about it. They don't give a fuck about y'all. If I'm involved, they involved. Y'all can sit back and tell me, hey, they all calling out CYP. Let's keep it 1,000. If you whole ass niggas are afraid to take your shirt off in public, you ain't fucking with me. If you whole ass niggas got a fat wife, you ain't fucking with me. If you whole ass niggas can't get no bitches, you're not fucking with me. Like, nothing about y'all I want. I don't want nothing from none of you niggas on my life. I love my life in every single aspect. If y'all really think I be getting mad, then you've never met me for real. I'm always like this. I'm either fucking telling jokes or I'm bullying somebody. Nigga, that's just my personality. I love being me. You niggas don't really affect me. I want to fight G-Von because I don't like that nigga. I had a list of niggas I wanted to fight. Was G-Von not on it? Of course he was, because CYP fights who the fuck he wants. I don't give a shit what y'all niggas want. If y'all niggas wanted me to fight fucking Supermax, I don't give a shit. Fuck Supermax. He can fight himself. I fight who I want, not do what I want. Y'all niggas ain't bigger than me. I'm bigger than you, and y'all niggas is mad about that. And I'm talking that shit to every motherfucking body. Everybody who thinks CYP gives a fuck about you, ask yourself a couple of questions. If we still next to each other, who the bitch is going? Who the bitch is fucking with? Not you, huh? If we put out bank accounts, who got more money? Not you, not you. If we really took a fade, are you gonna fight back? No. Y'all niggas want to jump in the ring, man. Stop this cap. It's never going to matter because ain't none of y'all niggas called me out for no 2-minute fight yet. Even today, niggas was trying to get 3 minutes, but y'all so goddamn tough for wanting to fight each other for 2 minutes. Man, y'all just eat a dick. Go back to thinking I'm mad about life. It makes y'all feel good. I'm gone.
Inevitable D Block.
D Block.
That's D Block.
¿Cómo está?
What up, primo?
What's
Ness,
good?
can you
What's
hear me, brother?
good?
You know it.
D Block, you seen they ordered that squabble?
Can you hear me, Ness?
We hear you.
You hear me?
He don't hear us.
Nasty word.
Tommy.
Ness, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. We been hear you.
Hello?
Yo,
Can you hear me, Ness?
We hear you.
Ness. Can you hear me, brother?
We hear you. We hear you. We hear you. 1 to the 1,
Put the
2,
headphones
3.
in, bro.
That's crazy.
Can you hear me, Ness?
We hear you. We hear you. We hear. Yo, he changed his background to Lamont Rose. That's wild. Tommy, save us.
What up, Ness? You got me?
Yes.
Man, shout out TVV. I don't know what the hell been going on, bro. I've been trying to get on this shit for about 2 days. But damn, there was a lot of shit I was talking about. I was trying to get in, but put my 2 cents in, man. Before I start saying something, a couple of members of the community follow me on Instagram. I appreciate y'all. Again, I'm starting my own boxing page.
Tommy, you there or you got a call?
The screen went black. I'm gonna do some interviews. Try to do some sparring with some, local amateurs and pros or wherever I can get at for right now. Somebody in the show earlier, I don't know the dude. He always be mentioning, about the business aspect of it, but he said something about he'll shoot to $1,000 to somebody to jump in border wars. Yeah, I'm on that.
Yeah, no,
You
but he
tell
said a troll. He said a troll. You far from a
oh,
troll. He want one of them trolls to get in the border wars.
One of them guys
okay.
get CYP mad.
Yeah, one of the
Okay.
guys that get CYP
Yeah,
mad. Yeah.
CYP, I know CYP. I don't know. Well, I was watching that shit live. I also shared the content or whatever, but
Appreciate
it was
that.
a back and forth little thing going on. First round with CYP and King, but I gave CYP the first round, even after being dead tired after the first 2 minutes. I still gave him the first round, but you know how I went from there. So whatever, he get his get back. If he do, he do. He don't, he don't. Hey man, Ness, man, all in all, you trying my nigga Tip Thurman boys, man. You trying my dog. You doing him like Oscar did Ryan. You ain't got no faith in my boy?
What you mean?
Come on now. Man, fuck all that. You know what I'm talking about. Hey,
I don't know what
Tip,
you're
I
talking
know you
about.
listening. I know you listen to. You see my message I sent you. The nigga turned his back on you for the news for the nigga who don't even call in the show, man.
Man, get
Tip,
out of here.
tip,
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 Tip
go,
turned his
tip,
back
tip
on me.
on
I
top,
was trying to
man.
make
Tip,
Vegas main event Tip. Man, get
man,
out of here. Hey, yo,
man. I don't
y'all
know.
love
Listen,
making
I
your
know what
own
you said.
narratives.
I know what you said yesterday, Lady Lobos. It's the show, so her son. Fuck, I don't know him. We know Tip. We know Tip. Tip the A side.
This some
Tip
Thurman
gonna
shit.
cover that
This
shit.
some Thurman
Hey, it's
shit.
cool though. Not a fight bigger. If the shit go down, the shit go down. I'm rocking with Tip. Tip. If it's in Florida, come by 7 days earlier. We go get you in the gym. Me and you gonna spar. If it's around the time, keep in the gym. You can get in the ring with him. We gonna make that shit happen. You finna stop this boy. Come on, man. You just gonna bring some no name out the woodwork to talk about he gonna whoop Tip? Nah, fuck all that.
He
We
got
rocking
Tip
with Tip.
ducking. He got Tip ducking.
But that was one border wars, nigga. We ain't know who you was. He ain't ducking. But hey, Ness, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna message you. If you can give me some little advice on a couple questions I got for you.
Message
But
me on
yeah,
the
man.
boxing voice. Message me on the boxing voice. That's way if I'm live, I can still text you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to TBV, man.
You the man, champ. You the man. You the man. You the man. Uh,
The
we
sparring match on Instagram. The sparring match. Appreciate y'all.
is on Instagram.
Yo, Tone, you couldn't
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
yams to hold the
Yeah,
round
it's on
one card?
Instagram now. I'm gonna make the YouTube once I get more content to put on there.
All right. What you
Yes,
said,
Hey,
sir.
Ryan?
Tone, man, you couldn't get some yams for Ness to hold them round cards up?
I know, man. He ain't come through with no Phoenix baddie for the round card.
Yo.
Ring cards was just on the floor. They got all. Yo, I spent $150
Yo,
on
those
them
were
shits.
nice,
They got
bro.
all stepped on. I'm like, yo, this crazy, man.
Oh, man.
Keep those, bro. Keep those. I didn't know. I
What you
wasn't
mean
making no
keep them?
sense
I
to
threw
the
them
beat.
shits out. They got like the corners got all fucked up. I'm like, damn, this shit.
But then y'all say there were yams over there. Y'all couldn't recruit somebody, anybody.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you can't throw an event and then ask a random attendee that came to sit down to ask her to work. Like,
It's better than nobody.
Yo.
There was some work in there, man.
Y'all crazy, man.
Yeah, you said there was some work.
Pro box next.
Yo, and that Los, that's who I had. I had one of the Hardin girls, and then something happened, bro. That's what I thought I had anyway. I got
ring-card girls from Pro Box is the best.
yeah, but those probably out the budget, bro. That girl probably want dodo. You know, everything is a price, man. I ain't Turki Alalshikh, man. I just dream to be and go to sleep pretending to be. We got Inevitable again.
Yeah, man.
What's up,
Everything
You
after
good?
the CYP fight, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Primo, ¿está bien?
We hear you, D Block. You hear us?
Hell yeah.
All
Hell
right.
yeah. Hell
Let's
yeah.
do it. Let's do it.
Oye, tú
D
ya
Block,
sabes.
you seen they ordered that squabble?
Hold on, Tutone. Hold on, brother. I got something for you. Don't worry about it. We good. We good.
Yeah.
No, we good. We good. We good. Hold on, because I got 2 minutes. So let's go, baby. You know, I'm going to say something like this. We got to come with it 100%. You know, the same thing that I got to say about this is, what did we say about Tank Davis? What the fuck is I've been saying this even before Two-Tone that joined the fucking bandwagon. I told you, Ness. I told you this is a fake baloney, fake ass wannabe from Baltimore that is their finest. Go make a fucking statue of a clown like he is. We know that at the end of the day, I said there's gonna come somebody, and we know the boxing gods are unforgiving. We know what happened Saturday night was something beautiful for everybody. And guess what, Ness? The real president of the WBA has come out and said, in 30 years of my life, I've never seen nothing like this. That is a knockdown. Go ahead, Bruce. Put that thumb down. But guess what? The commission is about to give your boy his first fucking L. You know what I love this? I love T Mafia here, OMZ, my people right here, Tyron and CPAT and everybody that follows D Block. I'm going to say it like this. How the fuck do we give this motherfucker clout? How do you give CYP clout? Motherfucker couldn't even last in rounds, but you want to give him just like Tank Davis. You want to give him what?
stamina issues. He has stamina issues. We gotta give him credit. You know, the last time I heard when your ass got beat, there was no excuses. And I love what Alalshikh is doing. Number one versus number one, the top five versus the number one. Make it happen. It looks like CYP is still part of the PBC. The same as motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about boxing. But see, just like Tank Davis, Ness, just like Two-Tone, you know this like David Benavidez, been mandated by the WBC. Motherfucker, you better be ready for that shit, because Biv's coming with it. He's coming with it, baby. You know Biv's coming with it. And you know that your boy got flaws. You know what's coming with it, Arizona.
Hey,
Don't fuck around with it. And guess what? Hold on, before we let go, because I got so many minutes. See, I ain't talking to you. Ness, has anybody called you in the last 3 weeks to say they want to take on D-Block and Border Wars?
Yeah,
And T-Mouth is here.
Coach Malachi.
Yeah, who that be?
Coach Malachi.
Yeah. So make that shit happen. Make that shit
squabble
happen,
up.
brother. Because I'm here for this shit. I'm about to take on a 55-year-old motherfucker that colors his hair. I'm about to break him down like a clown, and that he can't make me. He can't break me. I'll
How
get him
old
in the
are you,
screen.
though? How old
I'll get
are
him
you?
with the mic, brother.
How old are you?
I'm 42 years old, and I'm with it, brother. I'm ready.
42. I think you're too young.
Let's go. Team Mafia's here.
I think you're too young. I think you gotta be. I think y'all gotta be 10 years
You
apart.
gotta come to sparring wars.
Oh, excuses.
No.
Excuses.
It's USA
Nah,
boxing,
sparring
bro.
war.
We do USA boxing. We don't just, you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Like it's your time.
It's
can
never.
spar.
D-Block,
You can
D-Count,
spar.
DC, D-Bill. The protection plan. Thanks.
They can spar at sparring
Nah,
wars.
they could
They
do
could
an
spar
exhibition.
for sure, but he said Border Wars. I answered the question.
Nah, you gotta do that's that off the grid border wars. Off grid.
In the Arizona warehouse?
Shoot.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Off
might have to
grid.
tell G-Von and CYP to push it back and just make it a super spar wars. Like,
I mean,
Coach
again,
Malachi,
until
D-Block.
we get the collateral from G-Von is not official. Like I
Word.
said, and I will repeat with the collateral from G-Von, we gonna put the gym on hold. We
Yo,
got. Go ahead.
Speaking of wars, I got a funny story. So we were out Saturday during the day. We were on our way home around the same time as the main event. So my wife was driving. I was watching the fight on my phone. And all of a sudden, with you dudes with Two-Tone, yeah, and you guys screaming. My wife was like, "Yo, what the hell is going on over there? Who is that?" she was like, "Them."
Well, you was watching Border Wars on the drive?
Yeah, so I'm in the passenger seat on my phone, and I had the volume up, and you dudes were going bananas, bro. Two-Tone, yo, and Tone, and then you started screaming. Ned started screaming, "Say why, stop!" Yo, and she's driving like, "Yo, what the fuck are you watching? Who is that? Who are those lunatics?" I'm like, "Yo, these dudes is nuts, bro."
She called us loonies.
He called y'all lunatics, man. It was Tone's tone with the way he screams. It's like, oh man, them dudes just crazy. What is going on over there? I'm like, man, you wouldn't even know. I told her I don't even know, but yeah, that shit was classic. But I was dying.
Yeah, hilarious. We got.
Wizard's shoulder was the crazy.
No, that was nasty. That shoulder was nasty.
Oh my god, his shoulder fell off. I don't know what.
We got James Benitez, $2. Caleb losing to Canelo was bad for boxing. What you trying to say? We needed the great blank hope?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Tavon Burns, $5. Let's go, CYP. Flex and emoji. We got Iron Mike on a check-in. Iron Mike.
Gotta unmute.
Yeah, man. So the official rules state that the age difference between competitors shall be no more than 10 years younger or 10 years older. Masters boxers may not compete against boxers younger than 35 of age. So, yeah, he's 42. If Malachi is really 55, they can't get it done. Now they can spar.
Word.
Tone, you could get in touch and set up the session.
Damn. But Coach Malachi in Florida,
That's
D
perfect.
Block in Dallas.
That's close,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Dallas is a hub though. They both in hubs. I mean, if don't matter where in Florida you at, you could get to Tampa, Miami, or Orlando. So flights are always cheap.
Coach in Tampa. Coach in Tampa.
There you go.
I don't think I could see Coach flying to AZ just to fight D, like to spar D Block.
I
But
mean,
again, I
what?
don't
That
know.
shit gonna be live stream. Plus, he got a channel. We could actually go simultaneously live, so he could, you know what I mean.
Oh
But
yeah,
Iron
that'd
Mike,
be
you
a
there?
Word,
Or he
word.
could bring his own crew to go live
Yo.
from his shit. You feel me? Iron Mike, are you there? Check.
D Block better be in shape, man, because Coach Malachi in shape.
How D-Block look?
Oh,
Because
for
I
real?
swear to God, I feel like he's like built like Max.
Yeah, he like me.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Shoot, I ain't gonna fake. I ain't fucking with that TKO shit. But shout out to Dana White because he is giving my guy Dewan Calloway opportunity. So Midwest shit, you know what I'm saying? Look him up, bro. He a heavyweight. He got skills. He lost a fight over there with Jeremiah Milton, who was just at the Border Wars. Yeah, shout out to them. But the TKO shit just sound like another island. More roadblocks to seeing the best fight the best. More excuses for guys to
So did you take a picture
go
with
with another.
Jeremiah, or you didn't do it because your mans would have got
Oh
mad?
yeah. Oh no, I took a picture with Jeremiah. Hey,
Oh,
I got a picture with him and Carmel. I'm sorry I didn't get the picture with Cordell. He was sitting down the whole time, but still said a couple words to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Border Wars. I literally just watched the fight back. I'm not the type of dude to make no excuses or nothing. I did have a wild night before that. Hey, shout out to 702 Boxing. Yeah, Cardine got some competition over there in Vegas. I ain't gonna fake. But like, I'm watching the fight back, and
Who did you
I
fight?
literally,
Who did you fight?
I fought Dion, and I'm gonna say two things. That boy ain't had no power. I don't know. Yeah, I won.
Okay.
That boy ain't had no power. Y'all was saying he had power. I ain't feel a damn shot. But he had good pressure.
You capping.
No,
Why
I'm
you
for
ain't
real.
stop him then? Why you ain't stop him
man,
then?
bro. I'm not trying to make excuses. Like literally, if you go back and watch, bro, my cup broke.
Yeah,
My
I
cup
seen
was
it.
falling down my
I
pants.
seen
My
it.
cup was falling down my pants for the whole fight. I literally couldn't move, so it like slowed down my movements, and it kind of made me seem more tired than I really was. My balance was off, so even a few of them shots that he landed and you might have thought had some power, it didn't. I need to get better from a technical standpoint because honestly, it was nasty. I got a fight on this Saturday. I'm gonna clip that up for y'all, but let me come back to the next Border Wars and y'all gonna be able to see my development. But one thing you gonna know is I'm gonna win every time. I'm gonna win. I won the fight unanimously. I don't know what Troy was talking about. Something about it was a split or something. No, even on my USA boxing record, that stuff say unanimously. I never lost or was in a close fight. I just need to be better so I can start getting the
How
stoppages
much
and
you
start
weigh,
making these
bro?
performances look good. I'm
How much?
189, but for real, I came in a fight at 184. That's kind of crazy because the night before, I ain't gonna fake, man.
You
I
ain't ready
forgot
for
why I was even out there.
CYP, man. You ain't ready for CYP.
Man, I would fucking stop. I would fuck CYP up. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I got a lot of
Nah,
respect for
you ain't
Troy,
got
but
enough. You
I'll
ain't
go.
got a
Everybody.
good enough.
I'm going
You ain't
to.
got a good
Man, I'm going
enough
2-0
base.
against him.
You ain't got a
I'm
good
going
enough.
2-0. I'm going 2-0 against him, but CYP is easy work.
Nah, you
I'm
ain't
telling you that right
you ain't
now.
got a good
You know,
enough base for
I'm telling you
CYP,
that
man. He
right
too
now.
strong.
No, he's not strong.
He too
Bro,
strong,
that'd be
man.
too easy for me. Shoot. We probably can't fight, but we can set up a spar or something. But I'll go 2-0 against them guys easily. It is what it is. Find somebody for me.
Said easy work.
Nah, man, you gotta
Easy work.
call your peoples out. You know who out there. Old Wizard out there too. You could beat up on Old Wizard if you so tough.
Man, you just said this dude got an injury or something.
Hey man, I ain't gotta stop you from calling nobody out. You making
A
either making a name for yourself or you not.
Listen,
Tell
a wizard.
Tell
Sorry,
Keem don't run. Tell him you want some of that.
Keem, that's my guy, bro. Shout out to Keem, bro. We was, you feel me? We was riding around, bro. Shout out to Keem. But I mean, I think I can beat
Call of
Keem too,
Duty.
though. No,
Call
this
of
ain't Call
Duty.
of Duty, boys.
Call of Duty.
I already told.
Call of
I told
Duty.
I told JT and J Mac. I told JT and J Mac already. I already think I can beat Keem, but it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I respect him. That's just the competitive nature in me. I feel like I could beat anybody at my
Yeah, all
size.
right, Call of Duty. That was the bell, man. We gotta move on.
All right, I'm out.
Hawk, Maryland.
So Keem gonna defend that belt?
Nah, he vacating.
He vacating, moving back down.
He going down to 54.
Mm-hmm.
He just did a Roy Jones.
Yo,
He did a Roy Jones.
Number one.
What up?
It's good, Hawk.
What up, guys?
Chill.
Oh, you got Two-Tones in there.
Two-Tone dipped out. We got the hangout spot, Johnny, and a boxing talk up north, Ryan.
All right, what's up, fellas? What's up? Let me see. First of all, salute and shout out to my man CYP. Hold on one sec. Yeah, shout out to my man CYP. I'm gonna tell you, like I said, with that bout, I saw a nigga that could fight. What I noticed was he ain't have control of his breathing, bruh. You get in there and you go for a boxing match, there's different energy used than for a fight. When you go to fight somebody, you can just summon up all your energy and go at it, because most of the time y'all just gonna be hitting each other. He'll be there for that second shot. But in a boxing match, you got to control your breathing, get used to that energy. Plus, he was on main event. Got to move the goddamn minutes up on my man. And then he on YouTube, you had the jokes televised. It's his first time out there, bro. It can make you have, anxiety. And he just went for the kill. That's what I thought happened. And I don't even think it was dude hitting him. I just think it was he used his energy up in your own mind. You could do that if you don't have control of your breathing in a boxing match. You got to separate the two. There's a difference from a fight and a boxing match. Other than that, I thought he was about to clean my man's clock, but I also noticed my man did a lot of body punching late in that round, King. So, but I just think it went that way because how he started on using his energy. That's about it. That's something that somebody, you got to get used to that. And he ain't had time to get used to that first time out. But anyway, salute to my man CYP. All that other shit don't mean nothing. Let me say, Dana White and the Turk. So what is Dana White talking about doing? Like having everybody live in a house like he do at the UFC? Are all the boxers gonna be living together and everything?
Nah, those type of details have not been released.
So I'm trying to figure out, because from what I heard, the little bit I heard was like it's going to be so much different. Like I'm trying to figure out what ways could it be different other than just trying to do that. Did they say anything?
The details they release are it's gonna be different because they're trying to reimagine boxing. It's gonna be different because they're gonna go off the model of the best fighting the best. And it's gonna be different because you don't need no leather belt to be a champion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's none of the sanctioning is a part of this.
Oh, okay. So everybody's gonna be a people's champ then.
Nah, they gonna make their own belt, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay. They're gonna make their own belt. Okay. All right. Well, as long as it excels boxing, we get to see it more, and they put them all together. They got their own fighters. They're gonna be bringing out new fighters. We're gonna have to get to know, or what? Did they say anything like that?
Say what?
They bringing out new fighters, like fighters that are up and coming. We don't know.
Yeah. That's what they saying. They gonna develop tomorrow's, future stars. So it sounds like they may be doing a little Gary Jonas, pro box type of thing. I gotta get Gary on the show, man. It's late over there. It's about to be 10. Let me see, man. My man wanna rock out with the kid, man.
What do you think about that idea, Ness? Like that whole Ultimate Fighter thing. You ever see it? The TV show?
Nah, I heard about it. What about it though? I mean, we
I
did that
think
with
it's
contenders, man. They copied us, man. Let's not never
nah,
forget it.
that's real talk. But I thought like it was a good idea to have the main event fighters as the coaches, like basically lead the. It was like a basically a whole marketing thing up to the fight. That's what it was.
Yeah, no, man. I look. I'm always with reality TV. I think that's what helps these guys get next level. Like imagine Clarissa was doing reality TV. She'll cross over right now because whenever it's time for her to see her significant other, it's Papoose and his whole audience, that hip hop audience, translates to her tuning in. I got one lump sum with the $5. He says, I like the playback because I can just forward through the pointless calls, start their own channel, then have their quote unquote followers follow them would be great. Huh? All right. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it. Evan Adams, $5. Tip a cat. He really be on that UFC. I seen dude super chat on an MMA channel. Goofy ass F. Really undercover for UFC. No way. That's nasty work, Tip. You out here like living double lives, man. Sin City Lowe's thoughts on Callum King Walsh. Dana backs him. Money bag. Yeah, he ain't really no money bag because he been fighting on the UFC Fight Pass. He's actually the promoter
Actually,
of Triple G. The
beat him
former
to
promoter of
us.
Triple G, Tom Lawford, KG 360 Promotions is who promotes him. What you were saying, Ryan?
Beat him to us, man.
Mm. To
We'll
your
take the
brother
Kyle Moss
Joshua.
fight.
You
We'll
want
take
you
it.
want your brother Joshua to beat him.
Oh yeah, we'll beat him.
Mm. Well, there you go, man.
Put us in there with a
Got a campaign.
undefeated.
You know what works, man. You gotta get your brother to
Hell
do a
yeah,
reel
man.
or some shit, calling him
I
out.
do,
Like,
man. I do.
you gotta get that shit to go viral. We got Bo Rogers. Bo Rogers.
We
Yo,
too Canadian, man. We too
what's
humble.
up? What up, fuck?
What up?
Check this out, yeah. Check this out. So I don't see what the big fuss is. It ain't nothing to worry about. It ain't nothing but another promotional company. They just want to get the appearance that they real big. Boxing got over 20,000 boxers in it, so they gonna always be boxing matches going on. They gonna always have to overpay to get the person that they want to come over there. But this is what I want to know before I go saying all that. All the all the belts, the sanctioning and stuff, are they gonna go with them or they gonna continue to do things like they've been doing? Or they gonna have their own
They
belts?
gonna have their own thing. They gonna have their own thing.
Okay, so well you gotta worry about it. They gonna because it's gonna be guys so there if you lose with them, is it gonna affect your record? Let's
Oh
say you
hell
lose
yeah,
and
hell yeah. That's it. I mean, it should, right? Honestly, I can't answer that.
so
I can't answer that, but it should.
I mean, if they got their own league, you know what I'm saying? They probably want to keep up with their own record, and it shouldn't affect because when they used to be doing that tournament, them tournaments like with Lomachenko and all them guys used to be in the world tournament or whatever they was in. Well, their record they used to lose and stuff, but their records don't be going on their professional record when they fight for the belts, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, I didn't even consider they fights not going on a professional record. Like,
Okay, so what's gonna happen with all? So what's gonna happen with all the WBO, WBA, the
I mean,
IBF?
we
What's gonna
still
happen?
we still got all our own promoters doing business. What you mean? This day league,
So this what made me think. So I think this is what's gonna happen. D. I believe that might have ruffled some feathers. Then you're gonna see this right here happen. Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, Bob Earn, Frank Warren, all of them feel like they've been backstabbed. They're gonna all come together and go to the PBC. See, the PBC the only one that ain't a promotional company. All the rest of them are promotional companies. But they didn't let them guys come in and take away the pay-per-view. But PVC stood firm, and they're gonna all have to come to the aisle. And where people respect the boxing and take it more serious, that shit they doing is really like some gimmick shit. You know, Vince McMahon tried to start it, he tried to start a league one time, a football league. That shit didn't last. The NFL was laughing at their ass. And I think they tried to do they just tried to do a golf league or something over there. You can't, that shit ain't gonna work, man. They gotta have way more money than what they got. But it ain't nothing to worry about. We won't take it serious.
All right. AG is gone.
Yo, as far as that one belt, why wouldn't they just go with the Ring Magazine belt? That'll be the one belt, right?
Maybe.
I mean, it makes
Maybe. I mean, again, if they got their own league, can they really have a Ring Magazine belt, or will the Ring Magazine make a new Ring Magazine belt for that league?
I would think probably the latter, what you just said.
Yeah, because how are they gonna win the ring when these fighters can't fight? I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Can they even be in that league? I don't know. Shit is weird.
I mean,
bro.
this is the crazy part about this, because we entering something, we entering the world of unknown, right? We don't know what to expect. So that in itself,
Yo.
I'm excited.
What up, champ? We hear you.
Yo, if I go over on this, can you guys run me for the counter?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know a lot of people have been pretty much downplaying the UFC, and they don't like, not because of the reputation that it has, because for what it does for the fans is actually a good thing, but they just don't like the association with the fan base, and they don't understand the sport as much as they understand boxing. Boxing has its own fan base, kind of like how you have mentioned, Ness, and the UFC has a different one. I'm not a fan of the UFC, obviously, because it's just very different. Even though, like, I understand the jiu-jitsu base as far as striking as well, because I've done both. But I'll give you several points on why this actually works for the people that are skeptical about the whole thing. Number one, the actual model of it is much different as far as the rankings. The rankings, there is no governing bodies that are actually corrupt, like in boxing, where you have promoters paying off some of the sanctioning bodies in order to move up their boxers up and down the rankings. It's the actual media. They have media members that independently actually rank the fighters. So imagine if Dan Rafael and Mike Coppinger and Michael Benson were actually saying, yo, this guy actually, he deserves, he's getting a lot of attention. This is the guy that actually should be fighting this guy next. Like, I would prefer to see that fight. The PEDs, they have a 6-month PED pool, meaning that you have to be in a pool for about 6 months without fighting, constantly getting tested before you can actually get in the ring. So you imagine that whole Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney scandal would have never happened. They actually canceled one of the biggest fights, which was the Daniel Cormier versus John Jones Bones, the day before the fight, because the guy tested positive because the guy took like a dick pill, somewhere along the line. Their testing is so precise, like they're years ahead when it comes to the technology, when it comes to that. As far as like developing the pool of fighters, I know that one of the last guys mentioned it. Practically, they have kind of like, you remember how ESPN had the Contender Series?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
They have the same thing where they're pretty much in a cage, so they're developing stories in there. They're developing the fighters and the developing hype, so you can kind of see their personal lives, how they're kind of like going through. So in terms of pretty much like the good aspect of it, there's a lot of positives on it, honestly. And you do have the fight, the best fight, the best on top of like fighter health insurance. Like boxing doesn't have that. If you get injured, that's on you. You take it out of your pay. You figure that shit out. Like they have all
You're
that
going again, right?
say that again.
You're going again, right?
Yeah. On top of like the gyms, like they have so many different facilities which they'll pay you to pretty much not only pay for the training, have several gyms that you don't have to pay memberships for, but also help you with the nutritional aspect like that. You don't have to, worry about whether one supplement is dirty or anything like that. Everything is in house. So a lot of these things actually benefit the fighters. The minus on is gonna be the pay, of course. But listen, as fans, like we don't pocket any of that. Like we just went through a whole clown show with the number one guy didn't want to give the number one contender a fight because he said that the guy was gonna come 25 pounds over and pay me $200 million, and he brings nothing to the table. Meanwhile, the guy wanted to fight Jake Paul. So when you guys are bringing all these things, you guys don't bring up the fact that the boxing sport itself is corrupt as fuck. The sanctioning bodies are a joke within themselves. You're seeing the whole thing with Tank Davis this weekend, where one guy in the WBA is saying this and the other one is saying that. The athletic commission in New York is saying one thing. They're saying they watched the replay, but they're having technical issues. Mauricio doing one thing. Like, bro, there needs to be structure. So I blame it all on boxing itself. I know a lot of people are upset, but it happens because the sport doesn't take itself serious. There's too much corruption. So there's always gonna be a vacuum for these things to happen. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have different opinion about it, but I see something has to change at the end of the day.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I agree with change. I just don't know. I'm not ready to like say that this is what it is until we see what it is, right? Like you guys are going based off UFC, and it's just it's a totally different beast.
Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, a lot of people don't like it because they don't like the stigma that MMA has, and that they feel like there's a bunch of Bud Light drinkers watching it. But there is more to it, and at the end of the day, I think fans would actually benefit more than actually pocket watching, because we have a lot of guys that saying, well, my guy sells more pay-per-view than you, and then your guy, and then my guy makes more money, and we're the A side. You got to cross the street. Like there's a lot of fanages online that that we can't even see the fights that we want to watch, because at the end of the day, there's too much politics involved, and the fans are okay with it because they just want to send send tweets on Twitter and argue and this. So I really don't care. As long as we see the fights, like that's what I care about.
Hey man, I hear you.
I feel the same way, man. It's all about the fights, man. I will tell you, and this is my personal preference, though.
That
I
is the
just want it
bell
to be
player.
fights. I just want it to be about the fights. I could do without all of the other gimmicks and concerts and all that other stuff, man. Just if it's about boxing, I'm all in. That's just my preference, man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Al in the Bay, what do you say?
What up, Al?
Al in the Bay, going once, two, two,
Yo,
two,
yo, yo,
two,
what's
two
up?
times. What up?
In the Bay Area, yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Uh, yeah, man, I just think it's gonna be like a developed league. You feel me? Just like that other one was a developed league. Uh, when it get like one round apiece, it's gonna be similar to that. But you're gonna be boxing the whole thing. Um, then they're gonna try to make it an actual league. And that's when, the promoters gonna have to stand together. But at first it's just gonna be a developed league. You feel me? to get people excited about some boxers that you may not even heard of. That's what I think it is. You know, because they never really said, listen to it. They never really said what, is they gonna go after the big name. They never really said that. They're gonna go after the small names and develop them. Um, I don't truly like it because I like what Turkey was doing at first, bringing people together, and so that's what I like. How he was doing, how he was bringing, different promoters together, you know, under one umbrella. This is going to hinder that between the other promoters because now he's a real player in the game. You feel me? So, and not only he's a real player, but he could be a big threat if he wanted to be. Um, so those Riyadh season cards, you may or may not see those. You know, I think they was blue balling with that. I think you may see one more Riyadh season in September, and that's it. And then Turkey is just gonna be all about Turk and his thing. So enjoy Riyadh season as you got it, because I think it's gonna go away once this developed league starts. But I think it's just more gonna be like a developed
You may
league.
feel like it's
You
your
know, they're
time,
gonna get some young fighters
but it's
in
not your time.
and get out.
That's the bell player.
I
I
mean,
got it. Go ahead.
no, I'm saying, I mean, that could be a part of it. I don't think it'll only be development, though, man. I just don't
I
see
mean
that, man.
they did say it's gonna be two big fights
Right.
and two big fights a year. Something is planned. I don't know. Again, this shit
Mm.
is way too new.
Oh yeah, for sure.
AG, what up?
Yo, yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yo, so about this little Turkey and Dana White thing. See, I'm kind of mixed feelings about it. I like it, but then I don't like it. I like it because I guess what they did with the UFC is like, I don't watch too much UFC because that shit's a bunch of butt sniffing, as you know. But they get the best fighting the best pretty often, and that'd be pretty cool to see, to get boxing on that same level, where you have these fighters where they're forced to fight each other. That's always that's always a good thing. But what I don't like about it is it's going to be all under one person. If it eventually does become all under one, and then one person is going to have like a monopoly over everybody, and more competition is better than none. So there's things I like about it, things I don't like about it. That's all I got to say about that part. But as far as the sparring wars, man, I got to know soon because I'm looking at flights from San Diego to Vegas and coming back the same day. Right now they're around $100, and that'd be perfect if I can get it around then. So, with Ness, when do you think is like when do you think you'll know? I know you said Gvon's $300, but like,
I
do you have a
mean,
time frame when he has to accept it or not?
it would have been today. He sent it, but it didn't clear on the Cash App. So I
Oh,
told him
okay,
to send it via Zelle. Yeah, but I don't
right,
want. Remember, that's just his collateral. He could, you
right.
know.
So if he puts that down and people start booking flights and everything, is there still gonna be like at least a meetup or something like that, and some people could spar and train and stuff like that? What's going on with that?
As I mean,
If he ends up ducking,
I'm still down to do it as long as people don't cancel, right? Y'all gotta not cancel.
right? Okay. Well, if I
I
even get an opponent or not, I'm still gonna roll through them to at least watch it and meet the guys and maybe do some training and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, count me in. I'll be there, dude. I spoke with Miss AG, and she's down. I got the in-laws in town that weekend, But I told her, I was like, man, I gotta make it out to one of these events. Like I have 6 days off. I'll be with you every other day. So I
Nice.
got the clear from the wife, man. So she knows what's up, you know.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah! Well, yeah. Hope I get to meet you guys soon. Though I'll stay posted tonight and tomorrow to see if any other news comes out, and I'll book that flight as soon as possible.
All right, brother. Will do.
All right, later. Yes, sir.
Let's see here.
We got Tone back.
Oh, he's
Nasty,
back.
nasty.
Damn.
Nigga tried to tow my car, man.
What?
Oh, word.
Yeah.
You dipped off. You dipped off, mad quick.
Yeah, these niggas tried to tow my car. Some company called Quick Tow. I said, bro, you gonna charge me $80 to drop my car and I'm right here? And I was like, all right, bro, I'm about to destroy this company every day. I'm about to just cook y'all niggas every fucking day. It's up now. Quick Tow.
So wait, did they take it?
But
Nah.
And why did they want to tow it?
What you in a complex or something? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I'm in my condo joint. I'm in the the handicap spot, like right in the front.
Oh man, Tony, you wildin', man. You know you can't park
Were
there.
you parking front of a hydrant?
My
or
man
something?
trying to take somebody handicap spot. I got Evan Adams. Welcome to the prospect level. Tip Bellis, $2. Luke Thomas, laugh out loud. He's from DC and did PBC commentary. Turtle Power, welcome to the prospect level. Yo, we got Rayochenko. Rayochenko. Ryo. I'm with Tip. You lucky they ain't charge 150. 80 sounds super duper cheap.
That shit would have been $250 in New York City.
Just to drop it right there?
Man, that shit hook. And I agree with Johnny because I got my shit told when Danny and Judah did their New York City press conference, and I paid 175.
Mm-hmm. How far back was that?
You see the years. You know how many I just said. Rayo going once, Rayo going twice. We out. Next GTO, Instagram con el Twitter. Nos vemos mañana a las 6 de la mañana y a las 9 en el este.
Nah. Peace.
Peace.
Later, y'all.